You're good.
All right, hello. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it. Time is gonna start on go. 3, 2, 1,
Ничего себе, он
go.
уже начинает.
Excellent. Let's get it started.
So we are
Быстро,
going to be
быстро.
playing on the normal difficulty. This is a new save file, so it is new game normal. My name is Reclaimer. I have been speedrunning Bayonetta for about 2 years now, and I have Cap behind me as my commentator.
Some of you just saw me very recently. Hello, everyone.
Great Pikmin 4 run.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have been a longtime fan of the Bayonetta series, and I've been a community moderator and have been a huge fan of the series for a while, and I'm really excited for Reclaimer to show us what he's really capable of in this really cool game and in this really cool speedrun.
Okay, so you were seeing double during that cutscene. I'm playing as the character Jean. I'll talk about that shortly. Bayonetta is a hack and slash game, which means that combat is comprised of punches and kicks. I get to press and hold down the attack buttons to shoot a bunch of bullets from my hands and feet. And at the end of these combos, you're going to see these big hands and feet. They're called Wicked Weaves. They're basically just combo finishers, and they deal quite a lot of damage. So the cool thing is, since I'm playing as Jean, she has a few trade-offs.
Ну, как вы видите, мы начинаем играть за Жанну.
When I
Это
throw
у
out a
нас
Wicked Weave, it
вступительный
deals
уровень.
50% more damage.
Категория у нас New Game Normal.
If I take damage though, I take 50% more
Достаточно
damage as
простая
well.
сложность.
So I do have to be a little careful. But the cool thing is, there is a mechanic in this game called Witch Time. It's basically just a trump card in combat.
Тут, в принципе,
I
ничего
move
особо не
faster,
происходит.
my
Мы тут
bullets deal more
флексим.
damage, and I get to knock enemies
Так
around
сказать,
very,
небольшой
very
пролог
easily.
игровой.
It's super strong, it's very satisfying. You'll see the screen go purple, and there will be a little clock hand on the center of the screen. I'll point it out.
Раннер вообще рассказывают, как игра работает, там вот это, знаете, Witch Time,
one way of thinking about Jean,
камбухи,
you know,
все дела, да, когда мы
go off of what
уворачиваемся
Reclaimer's
от
saying
врагов,
is, one way of thinking about Jean is
у нас
Jean
включается
is a
замедление
more
времени.
punishing character, but she's also a little bit more
Я не
technically
знаю, нужно ли
rewarding.
это
So if
кому-то
you can
объяснять.
execute her to the best of the ability, you are rewarded for it, and it's these rewards that Reclaimer is going to be using to go even faster than Bayonetta, strictly speaking, would be able to.
Yeah. There are some trade-offs, so like some of the early fights are actually a little worse, but that's okay. So these little humanoid angels that you see are called affinities, and right there in the background we have a sneak peek for a future boss fight, Fortitudo. The affinities are angels that you're going to see me like knock into each other. They're pretty weak, but they're really well
Ну, в
designed.
общем-то, каждая
Jump over that tail
игра
screen
у
really quick.
Platinum
The enemy
Games,
design
она
in this
имеет
game is
такую
just top
особенность, что
tier. You can
вы
never get
можете
tired of it.
делать... Есть такие
Whenever
три
enemies
кита,
take damage, cosmetically, you
я не
see
помню
the
третий
damage that they
кит, но
take.
вы всегда
And it
можете
does
уворачиваться,
change the way that enemies interact.
это дает вам
Certain
как
enemies,
минимум
when you like
неуязвимость,
remove
как
their armor,
максимум
you can knock
какие-нибудь
them in the
плюхи.
air
Вот
very easily.
Bayonetta очень
And
базирована
we're
на
almost done with
уворотах,
this auto-scrolling segment right here.
потому
All of the
что ей
Bayonetta
дают
games
замедление
start with a
времени
little
за
bit
это, так
of
сказать,
this
вознаграждение.
lore dump auto-scroller. If some of
Есть
you want to be reading
парирование,
in the
да,
subtitles,
даже в
you've been getting a
Bayonetta есть
little bit of that.
парирование, есть специальный чар, можно
It's such a Platinum
взять
game
катану,
thing.
взять
In
чарм и
this
представить, что мы
cinematic,
играем
we
в
actually
Metal
do
Gear
see
Rising
Bayonetta return
Revengeance.
You see
very
the main
briefly.
character, Bayonetta here,
But
as you normally would.
we will return to Jean very shortly. But with this auto scroller sort of cinematic intro done, we can really get into the technical elements of the
Надо
game.
окно
We're gonna
закрыть.
skip some cutscenes and we're gonna move into the vestibule. It is a graveyard. Right now we do not have the ability to do Wicked Weaves, so I'm gonna come over here, uppercut this angel and perform the ragdoll technique. Punch, punch, and we grab them out of the air. And I'm gonna go ahead and knock them into walls and knock them into each other.
Так,
Deals really good damage.
стараемся врагов
The faster you mash,
кидать
the
в
faster you
стену
perform the ragdoll
непосредственно.
technique as well. Go ahead and grab this affinity
Да,
over
как
here.
только мы их роняем, мы их можем
Also, fun
схватить.
fact,
Есть еще
the affinities do
комба,
have wings on them, as you can see. If you do
так
enough
сказать,
damage to
которая
them, they
позволяет
lose their
стрелять
wings,
с
they
двух
can't fly anymore.
пистолетов.
Angel
Казалось бы,
introduction
ну,
for
если вы
decoration.
держите
I come over
кнопку
here.
атаки,
Beautiful.
то она
By
продолжается
staring at the ground,
выстрелами.
they walk into your field
Казалось
of
бы,
vision,
очень
so they
слабая
get really
штука,
close to you when
но
they run
если
away.
все вот
Go
эти
ahead and
пули
grab this
попадают
affinity
у
and knock
врага,
them
то
into
они
the spawn
очень
of the
много
decorations
урона
here.
наносят. Также
Killing
можно
these
вот такую штуку
decorations frees
делать,
up the spawn pool for these three affinities right here.
как
I'm gonna go
вращать
ahead and get witch
стиком
time. There it is. You see that
и
hawk
стрелять
symbol?
уже, так
Very
сказать,
Even the
более
rain
свободно.
particles. It's so cool. All right.
Reclaimer mentioned the spawn pool earlier, and what that is basically
И так
some
мы
enemies won't spawn
расправляемся
in
с
until a
первой
certain
пачкой
number of enemies
врагов.
are defeated. So by understanding
Torture
that,
attack.
you can plan out which enemies to kill in which order to maximize the efficiency of this combat. You know, there's a lot of efficiency that Reclaimer is optimizing in this fight right now.
Тут у нас уже, так сказать,
Ooh, nothing
обучение
all into each
панишем
other. And the
есть.
bullets do
Можно
ricochet off each other. That affinity
добивать
notice-
врагов за нашу шкалу.
Amazing.
The bullets ricochet off all three.
Great efficiency. Nice job.
Добивочки нам дают
We're going to be moving into
оружие,
a
кстати,
required
можно с
tutorial
них
where I have to
хватать.
perform 3 torture attacks. Pressing and
И
holding down
обучение
the punch
продолжается.
button,
Нам
shooting these
теперь
bullets.
нужно
My magic
обязательно
gauge just
эти
flies up really
3,
fast.
так сказать, пыточные атаки применить.
Yeah, so these torture attacks are basically these massive sort of generating this almost mash quick time event that does massive amount of damage to
Ну, они
an
собой
individual
представляют такие
enemy. And so this is a
КТЕшечки.
quick tutorial just to show that that is what you can use your magic for.
Как же он летает в
And they're
воздухе
very
просто.
cinematic.
Он
All right,
не
so in
опускается.
between every single chapter,
Очень
we're going to
красиво.
have a combo results screen followed by a little arcade shooter called Angel Attack.
142 is amazing. Yeah, 142 is very good. That's very nice.
In my most recent PB, I got a 141. So,
Yeah, very
wow.
nice.
И это очень хорошее
Here
время,
is Angel
кстати.
Attack. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this
1.42.
dialogue really quick. 7 inputs.
Достаточно шикарно.
Okay.
Так, тут у нас
So we're gonna be
уровень с
moving
аркадной
into the
стрельбой,
first
мы его
chapter of the
полностью
game. We're
скипаем,
gonna have
просто
our first
выходим
top
из него.
trip, and you're gonna see most of the combat of the run here.
Сразу,
Okay,
как
I do
только
have
он
something cool to
начинается.
show you. In this game, there's a technique called dodge offset. I'm punching and holding down the punch button while I'm evading. Kick, holding down the kick button while evading. Punch. That was a punch, kick, punch combo. The final punch results in a
Нам
wicked
тут
weave. You see
объясняют,
me
как
doing it right here.
работает базовая механика игры. Dodge
So
offset.
dodge offset lets you play aggressive or really defensively while consistently
В общем-то,
beating off attacks for
начинается,
your combo.
ну,
Animation
давайте
pickup
по-простому
on this key
объясним.
here.
Есть, так сказать,
Well,
самое
another way of
простое
thinking about
комбо в
dodge
игре.
offset in
Это
a general context is what it's doing is it's
атака,
allowing you to dodge while
то есть
keeping
kick,
your
punch,
combo
kick.
string. So not only is it
Он
allowing you to continue these high damage
приводит к
combos,
тому,
but it's actually
что
allowing
вы
you to basically move
атакуете.
around
Ну, кстати, мы
without
нехитрым
sacrificing your
комбинацией
total
атак
combo move. So not only is it
перелетаем
useful
эту
to
всю
maintain a
секцию.
combo, but it also
Хотя тут
becomes
нужно
an
по-хорошему
important
заменить
movement
время.
option. And there's that kind
Если
of
мы
mix between
полтора
movement and
часа,
combat is
да
something that
нет,
is
там,
a very
кстати,
common theme
спидран
in
очень
Bayonetta
хороший, там
speedruns in
много
general, and
скипов.
something that Reclaimer excels at.
Yeah, and I'm
Просто
playing as
игра не
Jean, which means that
маленькая.
I can evade infinitely. Bayonetta can only evade 5 times, and then she'll hit an exhaust dodge, where she's locked out of movement for about a second and a half. We go to the first shop trip of the run. The way that you enter the shop is the way that you're looking when you exit. So I did pip
И,
turn.
короче, суть
I'm gonna
Dodge
buy a
Offset
double damage
заключается в
consumable
том,
item,
что
and
вот
I'm
мы
gonna buy
делаем
the
это
technique
комбо,
dodge.
но
Now we
вставляем
get
в
to
промежутками
where
между
the movement
атак
picks up here. I'm just
уворот.
gonna evade while I'm in the air.
Для этого нужно держать кнопку атаки, потом жать
Yeah,
уворот,
that dodge
потом
movement is
снова
really going to
держать
give you a lot
кнопку
of forward
атаки.
momentum
И
energy.
And the bullets that you see me
вот
spray
уворот,
indicates that I'm
он
pressing and holding down the
отменяет
attack button.
атаку,
Ragdoll's
которую ты
affinity.
делаешь, но при этом он не отменяет
Angels
комбо.
now drop their angel weapon. Good
Таким
RNG
путем,
on his attacks.
как
Well,
видите,
yeah, if you look at
вот
that
мы используем самую
specifically
сильную
in
атаку в
Bayonetta
конце
1,
комбо,
the angel weapons are very,
еще
very good. So
используем
getting those
оружие
deterministic pickups
вот
of those
этих наших
angel weapons,
противников,
Kill
потому
this
что они
decoration is
очень
very good. Spawn pool.
overpowered.
This affinity
И они
drops
еще
right into
рейтинга
us.
дают дофига.
As well as a few decorations. I'm using spin punch with my weapon on my hands. Ooh, didn't mean that one, but this is a very funny animation.
and done.
Goodbye.
И
Yeah, spraying a bunch
всё,
of hands
арена
from my
готова.
bullets. Spraying a bunch of bullets from my hands. I just clear out the decorations really quickly.
Yeah.
I'm looking for this trumpet angel here. Hello. Knock him
There it
in.
is.
потерял
Did good damage.
какого-то.
Trumpet.
О, вот он,
Jump cancel. Jump
ангел с
cancel.
дудкой.
I'm just pressing the jump button in between using the trumpet. Introduction for the Angel Beloved. He has a weak spot on his back. I get witch time using the flail. He's dead.
И вот мы специально до этого врага
This is a pretty good time for donation.
покарали,
Up.
чтобы с него выпала эта колотушка,
my
чтобы
bad.
можно
I'm
было
a
этого
witch,
босса
which
быстро
means I get to
загасить.
summon demons. That is the demon Gamora. I'm using my
И
hair as
боссы
a conduit.
добиваются
And hands are very
такими
hungry, as you
вот
can tell.
КТЕшками.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up
И,
this
кстати,
axe
большой
here and bring
топор,
it to
мы
the
его
end
возьмем
of the
обязательно.
chapter.
И нам нужно его донести,
This
как,
record you see right
вы
here, I'm gonna
понимаете,
exchange
все
it with
оружие
shopkeeper for
ломается.
shotguns.
Поэтому нам его нужно не сломать.
Go ahead and kick this open.
Но если мы вот атакуем
and we're gonna have a flashback fight
так
500
сказать,
years
не
ago
врагов
with
этим оружием,
Fortitudo.
то шкала ХП
His
у
accuracy
оружия
is
не
pretty good. We'll
ломается.
see if he
Сейчас у нас
cooperates.
флешбэк, мы
Yeah.
просто стреляем, у
Yeah.
нас нету никаких
At which
оружий,
time, here it
мы типа
is.
в
Look
прошлом,
at the damage in the bottom right. He's just melting. See if we can
мы
witch time
просто
again.
стреляем.
Thank you. Like I said, playing as Jean, I have to evade to get witch time as soon as I take damage. Bayonetta can evade right before she takes damage. Do punch, punch, pause, kick on this beloved here as he climbs a wall.
There's a
Да,
couple.
механика уворота,
Damage is
кстати,
on.
у Bayonetta у Жанны немного
There's
разная.
another thing that I just want to point out where you saw
Так,
that
он
even
тут
though the
выкинул
punches and
топор.
the kicks before the combo weren't landing and hitting the target because it's too far away, the weaves actually will jump
Чтобы
to
его,
the
так
locked on
сказать, не
target. That's going to be
поломать.
a very common theme in this run where the weaves can hit at a longer distance than the
Во
normal
второй
punch and
части
kick.
уже, так
And that
сказать,
was a quick
добавились
time event.
отдельные
That's an
кнопки,
instant
чтобы
death
можно
if you
было
miss it.
атаковать и
Unfortunately, this game is
оружием.
from 2010,
Но
so a
здесь
little bit of rough
такого
and
нету.
past.
Ну,
Using the
кстати,
axe from that previous fight, I get to
очень
kill the beloved at the
опасное
bottom of the stairs, and
уничтожение
we're at
этого
the
босса,
top of
потому
that
что
platform.
если он
The
или
developers
чуть по
never
таймингу не
anticipated you could kill
уложитесь,
him
он
anywhere
просто
else,
сломает
so
лестницу, вы
really funny.
упадете, это
And here
инста-смерть.
comes Gamora.
Но он
I'm gonna mash
использует
for
вот
this
этот
quick time
топор,
event.
который он сюда донес специально. Довольно старая страта. И просто мы
So during a
весь
quick
урон
time
от
event
топора
like that,
накидываем
I'm
этому
mashing the
боссу.
X
Это
button
очень
on my
больно
controller as well
для
as
него.
the E button on the keyboard.
На этом, в принципе, уровень заканчивается. Пойду бутерброд возьму, и мы продолжим.
Nice scream.
Thank you, Gamora.
Yeah, thank you, Gamora.
And hitting the right trigger there, I make all 4 of those medals load at the same time, which means the game deloads faster, getting us into this splash screen faster.
And that's chapter
Small little time save. That's a pretty good chapter 1.
Yeah, very good. Very nice. Nice work.
Okay. Chapter 2 is going to open up really quickly. I'm going to actually concentrate here. You're going to see me fight a familiar face. I'm going to be fighting Jean, and I'm going to try to do an infinite combo here. Margin of error is about a quarter of a second.
Так.
Okay.
Ну и очередной уровень. Тут у нас босс-файт на Жанне против Жанны. Как видите, он использует камбуху, которая подкидывает все время Жанну. Она, в принципе, ничего с этим не может сделать.
Perfect.
Nice work. That actually is a hard. You wanna lock her, and she can
Очень
not get
хорошо.
locked if she wants to be mean. That was very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice reclaimer.
For my personal best, that is a run killer right there.
Yeah.
So we're a witch. There's the moon right there. We get to walk on walls. See if I can get to this trigger. Okay, cool. Go ahead and kick open the door. Go ahead and get witch time. By activating that statue, a small little puzzle here.
Вот
Press
это
the X
место
button,
никак не
I evade,
скипнуть.
and here we are.
Так что казуально пропрыгиваем.
Okay. So I'm gonna let this cutscene play for just a moment. As you can see, I am cosplaying the character on screen. His name is Luca Redgrave. Scarf and all.
Very nice. Nice cosplay. Very
He
good.
is a
Он
journalist,
флексит косплеем.
photographer, a loving cat parent, and a residential himbo.
So yes, he is an interesting character who bears a striking resemblance to our runner right here. So it's very nice. And the scarf is almost a perfect replica. So it's truly a really great cosplay.
Fate brought us here together, and it will never tear us apart.
Goodbye, Luca. All right. Go ahead and torture attack this flail affinity here. Camera manipulation. Almost got
Так
it.
опять
That's
нам
okay.
нужна колотушка с этого врага, поэтому торчер атака.
See if I can get nice. I actually knocked him into that pole right there. Oh. Pick up this bow. Consider myself
Лук,
staring at the
хорошая
ground. I
штука.
deactivate the AI of any angels off screen that are
Ваншоты,
not ranged,
всякую мелочь.
such as that trumpet angel. A little bit of magic, torture attack. All right.
Clunk.
Tap taunt on the beloved here. That's okay. I'll go ahead and get witch time. We have the combo points on the right side of the screen. Using that flail, we get a massive amount of combo points. Ooh.
a big thing is where the enemies are spawning is actually not entirely random, nor is it entirely consistent.
А
It all
тут,
has
кстати,
to do with
секрет
camera
есть
angles.
один.
So what Reclaimer's doing here
Секрет
is how
раннера.
he's
Он
using his
не
camera angle
пользуется
and his positioning of
геймпадом.
Jean is
Вернее, он
determining
пользуется
determining
геймпадом,
where
но
enemies are spawning
когда
in.
он
And that's really
использует
important
КТЕ,
if
он
for
нажимает одновременно
optimizing the
кнопки на
fights. You know, where
паде и
the
на
enemies are
клавиатуре.
showing up is something that we are actually
Поэтому
controlling in real time.
так вот оно и
Not
работает.
entirely. You can manipulate just slightly.
Yeah, for sure. I
But
mean,
it
it
is
depends on the
quite
camera angle.
random.
Yeah.
That's more so in Bayonetta 3, to be honest. We have the Angel enchant, spin kick them, and knock them into each other. I grab the
Хороший
wall here
спин.
to stall my position. Come up here, fall down on the cart in the sign. All right, using the bow, staring at the ground, I kill 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 enchants. Punch, punch, ooh, punch, punch, pause, kick.
Это он очень быстро зачистил эту арену при помощи
He's not
лука.
happy. He is calling for reinforcements.
Менеджмент оружия тут великолепный, как в
And the
старом
funny story about
добром
that, that
битэмапе.
is a double-edged sword. Quite literally. Punch, punch, pause, kick to kill him. His buddy just killed him. Like, he's gone. Tap taunt for enrage. There it is. Get witch time. And then combo points on the right.
The enemy of your enemy is your friend, I guess.
True.
Until he's not.
All right. In here comes...
Мы, кстати, зарейджили его. Нажали таунт. Он зарейджился.
Button mash on these quick time events, as it's
А
actually
дальше мы
slower
его
because
топором
people want to
зафигачили.
spend more time
Кстати,
chewing.
использовать таунт в таких ситуациях очень много стиля дает.
Okay. Pick up this record. That is going to give us the sword Sharaba. Good torture attack here.
Goodbye.
See if I get him at the wall here. Beautiful spin kick. He slid around it.
A slippery
Nice.
fish.
So doing a spin kick
Тут,
like
к сожалению,
that,
пока
loaded
что арена.
ground, I get to just knock him into the wall. Every time an angel hits a wall, they take
Но
damage.
как только
You hit him into the
мы
wall like 4 or
разваливаем
5
этих
times a
врагов,
second doing that.
арена пропадает.
I grabbed the
Тут
angel
есть
weapon
мост,
from the
который
previous
надо,
fight. Hello,
так сказать,
fortitude up.
построить, но мы его пропрыгиваем.
Attack. Use the
То есть,
staff.
когда мы делаем увороты в
Massive damage.
воздухе, мы
Okay.
немножко вперед летим.
We're waiting on the next phase to do damage here. Right about now. Bullets to the face.
Вот. Немножко ждем его последней фазы, этого босса. И, наверное, самое мерзкое КТЕ в игре. Все на нем умирали, кто проходил игру.
And after the end of this chapter, we're going to open up into a very
Ну, что оно
impactful
очень
shop trip.
внезапное.
It's a good time for a donation.
Sure thing. We have $20 from Gala.
Ну да,
Hey,
Bayonetta
Reclaimer.
такая игра,
Hey,
в
Cap.
которой
It's so good to
расслабляться
see you
нельзя.
both on the GDQ stage.
Thank
You've
you,
worked
Gala.
so much on the Bayonetta runs and are incredible runners. Much love from the Gala gang back home, less than 3.
Thank you so
Oh
much.
my gosh, Gala is great. An amazing action game speedrunner in her own right. Thank you so much for the donation.
Yeah. Gala's Sereni's 2020 Frame Fatals run is the reason I'm here right now. She
Yeah.
is my inspiration for playing Bayonetta and having speedrunning as a hobby.
Yeah. So
So
yes.
I would not be here today if it wasn't for that one run that I saw
Yeah.
when I was doing a casual playthrough of Bayonetta.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go ahead and go to the shop trip here.
Burning Ground,
Shotguns.
кстати, уже
I'm
нам
gonna buy double
дали
damage
немного
consumables
пушек
here.
на этом
The small
этапе
ones
игры.
are 15 seconds. The large one is 60.
И
The
сейчас
yellow ones
экономика
are
уже
4
интереснее
vulnerability. I can't
начинается.
take damage when I activate
Мы
them.
берем лолипопы,
I buy a Moon Pearl, which is a magic upgrade.
леденцы.
I buy the techniques
Спидраны очень интересно
Tetsu's Onko,
имплементированы.
and Afterburner Kick.
The run is about to get a lot more crazy from here with those.
То есть
techniques
обычно мы
being
не
purchased, let me
пользуемся
tell you.
леденцами, ну или пользуемся, если мы играем
Okay.
слабо, но если мы играем на хороший ранг, мы ими не пользуемся. Но в принципе
Pick the large one for double damage. for
их
60.
можно разменеджментить так, что
I'm gonna use the sword
ущерб
Sharaba,
к рейтингу
press and hold
будет
the
не
punch
очень
button
сильный.
to get off these slashes. Animation cancelled it there, that's fine. And with the
Так,
double damage
немножко
item, I get to
испугался,
just
заканчивал.
kill
Вот
these
катана, на
flaming
самом деле,
angels that
самое
are
простое
too hot to
оружие в
touch.
игре. Особенно вот та часть, где
A
мы
little bit of
можем
animation
его
cancels here.
очень
And then
сильно
lock on, that
чарджить.
is a Tetsu's Onko. That was a insta-cast Wicked Weave.
И во время
for
чарджа мы
Green Magic.
можем использовать
I'm gonna
уворот.
fly
Конечно,
right
не
now.
все время, но Если зажать в тайминг, мы не потеряем заряда.
You
Так
see
что
how
это
fast
очень
he's
здорово.
moving here? That's because we've unlocked skills that allow him to really up his momentum, and momentum gets conserved in very cool ways in Bayonetta, so you're going to see him move very fast from now on.
Yeah, we have the Angel Fairness. Punch, kick, punch, punch, kick, punch. I'm gonna kill him without the sword.
Так,
Goodbye. The sword does have a
опять
dash animation that
же,
takes
додж
over time.
офсетим максимально в этом файте.
Activate
Перекатываемся, бьем,
invulnerability here.
перекатываемся.
Grab that for safety. I lock onto a trash can and do a downward diagonal kick, which is called an afterburner, to get momentum like that. Do 2 here. Reset gravity. And then go ahead and come on the wall here. Hit this specific spot. Go right,
Oh, there we go.
left. Grab on this
Да,
clock tower.
мувмент у
The moon is
Жанны
out, as you
очень
saw on that
смешной.
side shot. Insta-death quick time event.
Nice. We have lived yet another quick time event, everyone.
You haven't played
И
Bayonetta
еще
unless
один
you've died to every
супермерзкий
single
КТЕ,
quick time event in the game.
на котором просто
Yeah.
все
We
помирают.
have fairness, Tetsuzanko, punch, punch, kick, evade, punch, punch, kick, punch, punch, kick,
Панч,
punch,
панч, кик.
kick,
Это у нас вот
punch,
такая вот
punch,
продольная
kick.
атака.
punch. You get the idea.
Basically, what's happening is you'll see
Во-
that giant sword
ну, в
basically
промежутках
like
между
shoot
этим
out,
еще
and that is
уворачиваемся,
what's using
чтобы
magic
эта
and doing
комба была
massive damage.
быстрее.
So it's basically like a ranged
В принципе,
sword
додж
attack, and
офсет
it's
можно
very, very
замастерить
cool,
так,
and
что мы,
you're not supposed to be
в
able to do
принципе,
these things as
практически
fast as
сразу
Reclaimer
можем
is able to
финальную
do
атаку
them.
в комбо
Everything can be
выдавать.
canceled in
Это
this game, which
очень
means everything can be spammed.
скиллзависимая техника.
All right, let's see what number we get here.
At the end of this quick time event, I'm aiming for like 1900. But I'm gonna go into a small corridor, and then it's gonna open into a large lava lake. That is the best place to showcase the movement. That's a 19.
Nice, very good.
Okay. Don't forget pressing the X button on the controller and the E button on the keyboard. But the movement
То есть он
consists of
одновременно
using
нажимает X
a
на
jump
контроллере и
for height,
E на
and I'm
клавиатуре.
using a downward afterburner kick. For momentum, I'm using what is called the technique stiletto, which is a lunge, and I'm evading out of the animation. This is rhythmic. Let me
При
concentrate.
помощи Afterburner Kick у нас очень сильно придается
I do
инерция.
one down for momentum, fall once. Beautiful. Okay.
Very good.
В принципе, раньше этот
That
скилл
was,
был куда
that was,
сложнее.
that was good. Look how he's keeping his momentum. It's actually
Тут он
impressive. And it is
просто
not easy.
набирает
You can do it
скорости
alongside
и
objects too.
постоянно перекатывается. Это улет. Это какая-то распрыжка, что ли, у Жанны получается.
And you'll see me rocking my head. I am
То есть мы
trying to
жмем
match the
Afterburner
momentum,
Kick, отменяем его и
or
перекатываемся.
match the timing when I have to evade out of the stiletto.
And we're going to be coming up to one of our first Cardinal Virtue boss fights.
So for that
И мы
movement, you can
приехали
also
к
use the
очередному
technique
босс-файту.
Tetsuzanko if you have a
Кстати, забавная
like, light
особенность
weapon,
игры,
gun,
тут
like Scorpion
на
Fair,
этом уровне Burning
the
Ground
shotguns,
было много,
and do that same kind of movement
так
by
сказать,
just
участков
preserving
с
the momentum
лавой
you
и
gain
прочим, и
from
на этом
the
боссе
downward
тоже
afterburner kick.
будут, но в игре есть оружие, которое позволяет, так
That
сказать, по
movement
лаве
took me
спокойно
about
ездить, это коньки.
450 in-game hours to
Но
get
оно, в принципе, к
really
рану не
good at,
относится.
and I'm still not the best at it.
I want to emphasize that these cancels and like maintaining momentum require you to not lose it. You have to
Yeah.
be very you can't drop these inputs for even like, milliseconds. Otherwise, you'll lose all of this momentum. So it's very fragile, and the fact that he's able to do this consistently is an insane display of skill that is non-standard.
Okay. So the
В
first phase
общем-то,
of
да,
42
нынешний
event,
ран Bayonetta
I
просто
lock
ужасен
on
по технике
the sword
передвижения,
Shibaba and do punch,
потому
punch,
что она
punch.
вынуждает
And right
нас
now I'm waiting for him to
очень
perch.
четко
Activate
следить
invulnerability
за
here.
тем, как мы летим, как мы, так сказать, нашу скорость. Вот,
I get
вот
right at
это
42
вот
in his
это вот
head.
делаем,
This
да.
gives about 8 seconds of waiting for that breathing fire animation.
Мы сразу,
Which
кстати,
time
летим на этого
platform,
врага,
but
чтобы
that's
дать
slow.
ему по щам.
Come up here,
Нечего ждать,
grab his
пока он
head,
там приземлится
run with the
или
arena.
что-то такое.
So the
Сразу к
combo
нему
points on the right side of your
притащимся,
screen going up 310. Divide that
накидаем.
number by 5, and you will know how many times I've pressed the QuickTime event button. That is 186. Is that math right?
That sounds about right.
All right. Tetsuzanko jump cancel right there. Beautiful. 3 ticks of damage. I come here on this seam. Okay, which time spin kick. Shotgun's on feet. Look at that health bar.
Ловим за медло.
Playing the Tatsuzanko to knock him down right here. And that is the end of that threshold in an instant.
И все, мы
I'm gonna go
ему
ahead and demonstrate
накидали
something really fast.
урон.
So this is a normal speed uppercut. You can animation cancel it by jumping. It's 3
Он
times.
говорит, вот есть в игре апперкот, но его можно заканчивать
It's
прыжком.
basically an insane
И получается
DPS
очень
option.
смешно.
I want to mention, not many people, it takes a lot of really fast, complex
Надо будет
inputs to
попробовать
get a lot of the stuff we're
cancel
getting. In terms of
апперкота.
how fast Reclaimer can hit buttons, there isn't much competition. This dude is a mashing expert, even among fellow speedrunners. He's to maximize the stuff that you can maximize, you have to be quick with your hands in this speed game. It does not reward you for dropping your inputs. So
Okay. So what I'm doing right here is pressing and holding the top button. His halo turns red. And when I hit him, I'm going to be doing punch kick punch. And Tatsuzankas from afar. I gain more magic,
Нажали.
which means I can do more Tatsuzankos.
Так сказать, таунт.
Uppercut
Дали
jump
ему
cancels
рейдж
here.
перед следующей
Go ahead
фазой.
and jump over this attack.
Так мы можем ему...
Shotgun's on hand.
Побольше
He is
урона накидать.
on.
И мы ждем
Grab his
специальную
tail.
атаку хвостом, которую мы
And
хватаем.
glitched. So I'm going to summon my little
И
companion,
босс готов.
Malphus. And Malphus is going to do the rest. Now's a good time for a donation.
Sure thing. We have $10 from a Pittsburgh native. Which time is which time? Is which time the time which requires timing? Also, this game is so good it feels like Paradiso. Highly recommend.
This game's awesome. but I'm
Amazing.
biased.
no, it's a great game. Casually one of the best out there for sure.
It is a video game, might I add.
Yes. Gaming.
So the next chapter we're going to go into is one of the most stressful ones. The most things can go wrong there. There's going to be 7 new enemy introductions.
Yeah. Yeah, chapter 5 definitely is putting to the test, but you know, there's definitely
Опять
a
же,
lot
скипнем
of
эту
crazy stuff
мини-игру,
that
Angel
you get to
Attack.
show off though too, so it's nice.
Oh yeah. The end of chapter 5, the moment changes again. For the better. Okay. Here we go.
И это 5-я часть. Тут большая пробежка.
Lock onto the decorations there with the afterburner punch.
И, кстати, файт с самыми, так сказать, нелюбимыми врагами в игре,
As we've established,
которые, в
when you
принципе,
kick
были
an enemy
уничтожены.
into a wall or another angel, they take a massive amount of damage. I just blend them. I grab the red claws, which belong to Grace. and
Они,
get what
короче,
is now
прыгнули в
a
нас. Как,
fraction
ну,
of the
когда
red
враги
piece.
бьются об
Package are now
стену,
in
они
pieces. Skip that cutscene.
получают
Goodbye,
большой
Luca.
урон. Ну и, короче, раннер
Using a
друг
double
об друга
damage
их
item
обстукал.
and
Это очень
the
смешно.
Grace claws, I get to just annihilate Fearless and the blue one you didn't see for long, Fairness.
Yeah, very
Or
nice.
the other way around.
Keep your position
Still
up
in
there.
my position.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in a little silly, goofy mood right now. So I'm just going to make it nighttime.
Goofy.
Who's
Врубаем
gonna stop
ночь.
me?
Truly, time is our domain.
All right. The moon is out. We get to walk on walls. And I'm Jean. I get to infinitely evade, so I can hit terminal velocity here.
И просто
Punch,
безумная
punch, kick,
скорость.
evade,
Да,
punch,
Жанна
punch, kick.
бесконечно
Lock
уворачивается. У
on,
нее
punch,
нету
kick,
никакого
punch. Standing at
штрафа,
the
как у
ground there, I
Bayonetta.
actually manipulate Glory to get
Поэтому
right
мы
next to Grace
просто
and two of
разгоняемся
those weapons.
за этим беспорядочным
Claws.
мешем.
Introduction for Harmony.
Кстати,
They're like little
Новый
manta
враг,
ray angels. They're really
гармония.
cool, but they're not super fun to fight.
Oh man.
Using a full charge Shiraba Slash, I kill them as they spawn and stack on top of each other. Record piece 2 of 3. Shiraba movement with Stiletto.
Those that wind snake can have really awkward patterns, so it's really easy to get caught in those.
I get enough height to hit that pressure plate. In Angel, Ardor, Grace Claws,
Так,
double damage.
хороший сетап
Goodbye.
на Клешня.
I'm gonna go ahead and come here, grab this wall Shiraba stall, skip this cutscene and evade into it.
Look at the speed going down.
That's okay. Gravity is a suggestion. This is the Tetsu Zanko evade cancels right there. I can't use stiletto or the lock-on would make me fly towards the harmonies. Uppercut stall here, shoot a bullet from my foot. That little chime noise you just heard was this vase being broken. We're gonna use that bullet for angel attack, that's ammo. Right there was a low ground Tetsu Zanko with Shiraba.
Отлично
And then
нарезали
I
врагов.
use a quick jump cancel animation with a PKP, punch kick punch, to launch a wicked weave and just annihilate glory. Get witch time. No time to waste. Downward, downward.
Так,
up.
сейчас нам нужно скипнуть как можно больше. Мы тут забираемся
Go ahead and
наверх.
break that. That is 3 of 3.
Ага, нам, кстати, нужно это оружие.
So
Поэтому мы
basically,
забрались
when
в
we're
эту
collecting
секретку.
those vinyl discs, we're getting new weapons. So we've already gotten a bunch of new ones, but that one is a much harder weapon to get because you have to get 3 pieces instead of 1. But believe me, it's worth it.
А мы
Go ahead and
собрали
knock
все
this
3
angel out of
кусочка
the air.
этого.
It is
Нового оружия.
inspired, and he is gone.
Whoa.
Stall in the
Уронили
air. Perfect height here.
змея с
A lot
беспорядочной
of secret of having these
стрельбой
fast
по
fights is
нему.
using the angel weapons. The angel weapons are so good, and so you
Можно,
really
так
just want to
сказать,
pick them up as you
вторичным
get them.
оружием добить
Getting the
его.
quick kill on the inspired there by getting enough fast.
И
by
он
getting
даже не
up there
ждет
fast
конца
enough
уровня, сразу хватает
and
новую
killing it
оружку. Нет?
quickly. We skip an entire minute animation from Malphus. You see in the bird
Нет,
and the
он
bird
скипает минуту анимации просто. Тут вообще
Okay,
кто-то должен
stiletto,
был заспавниться. или
stiletto, afterburner, one
как-то
down.
так, но, короче, вот
Specific
если
movement
зайти
here.
туда...
And I just fly out of the field of view of the camera.
А, да?
Escaping for a future boss fight.
Он просто скипает этого червя. И все, на этом уровень практически закончен.
Although we'd love to fight him, unfortunately now is not the time.
Yeah.
So we gotta move.
Yep, Durga on feet now.
Осталось
manipulation
только,
by
так
shooting
сказать,
that bullet.
сразиться с самой собой.
Okay. Ooh, I buffered that
Ну, так сказать,
pause punch input between those cutscenes there.
стратегия, да. Ну,
Afterburner
у нас
kick.
уже
Oh,
есть
yes.
новое
She
оружие.
actually afterburner kicked as soon as I planted
Да,
a
он все-таки
bomb
заходил за
from
новым
the claw of
оружием.
my feet.
Это вот эти ноги,
Okay, I
которые
skipped the cutscene.
позволяют
We can
ставить
turn into
очень
a panther,
жесткие
but that is
бомбы.
slow.
Они наносят огромный урон.
All right.
Nice. There we go. That's chapter 5, everyone.
That was a really good chapter 5.
Yeah, that was solid. There's a lot of wacky stuff that gets.
My personal best chapter 5 ever has been 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So
Yeah. So
I'm so happy with it.
still 409 is quite solid. Reclaimer mentioned this very slightly.
Angel attack.
Oh yeah.
Using the center crosshair and the bottom line, that is where your bullets actually go. All of this is RNG. There's no set pattern or anything.
И теперь мы наконец поиграем в этот Angel Attack. Тут нету паттерна, все рандомное довольно.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to get 120. Beautiful. Perfect.
И
Perfect.
отлично, мы
So,
набрали
I come down
120
here
очков.
and get a one-time use item, which is called a magic flute.
И мы
does a lot
наберем
of damage to
магические
basically
флейты.
everything
Они нам
around you.
пригодятся.
We actually need that for one of the skips coming up.
Это предмет, который наносит врагам АОИ
I was gonna
атаку.
say a big thing
при
about Durga,
использовании.
the weapons that he just equipped on his feet. I just want to give some context for what the viewer should be looking for here. Durga can
Закупимся
also drop these
леденцами.
really high damage bombs. So you're gonna see like,
Леденцы у
these
нас
charge
бывают
attacks coming from
трех
the
видов.
feet on
Это,
Durga,
ну,
and what that
четырех.
is, it's
Есть
these
хилка,
gigantic bomb
магия,
explosions coming from the Durga feet. And
повышение
these
урона,
explosions have a very
повышение,
large,
по-моему, этого
hitbox,
самого,
and they
неуязвимость
have very high
полная.
damage. So Durga is a very important weapon in the speedrun because it can really annihilate these enemies, like there.
Да, и мы
Yeah.
используем
I'm just pressing and holding
вот
the
эти
kick button
взрывные
with
ботинки.
Durga on my feet, and I drop these bombs that do so much damage.
Просто колоссальный урон.
So I can turn into a panther. I will be using panther form to get momentum and then transfer it with either Tetsuzanko or Stiletto evade cancel skip right
Сейчас
here.
нам нужно это тоже скипнуть.
Downward jump. Beautiful. That
Nice.
saves 90 seconds.
Nice, very good.
Мы
Tetsu's
этим
Zonko's
засейвились
right
секунд
here.
19.
Makes me hit that lever. And you see the momentum as I fling myself out of Panther form. Sets me up in the correct position to be able to drop Durga Bomb just in range. Knock him into a wall, kill him.
Просто разнос.
Going up ramps like this, you can quickly re-enter Panther form. Go ahead and trip Grace here. Ooh, Glory. You're just bored. Kill Grace for the claws. Panther momentum, pick this up. Start the ground. Go ahead and get Grace here. Get Witch Time. Bye-bye.
Nice.
That double Grace and Glory fight is ridiculous.
Yeah. Grace and Glory, especially casually, are known to be very troublesome enemies.
Yeah.
Очень проблематичны были враги. И сейчас, кстати, уровень, где мы, так сказать, в бестелесной оболочке. Нам нужно защищать маленькую девочку, но, в принципе, мы так быстро защищаем, что уже пофигу на эту девочку. Просто взрываем врагов, как только они спавнятся при помощи нашего оружия.
Beautiful. All right, go ahead and give you a look at her. We can go to first person in this game. Hello, little Cereza. And she has her cute little kitty, Cheshire. Okay. So, about being a good guardian, I lied.
Нормально Bayonetta поднялась, да.
Protecting her is slow.
Хорошая игра.
What is called the Cereza ditch. And leave her behind with that beloved there.
Так, нам, по идее, надо оберегать мелкую, но на самом деле нам достаточно просто добежать до конца.
Right there behind us. Jumping into this portal, we go into Paradiso. Standing right here, these fireballs fall from the sky, and it's going to kill the Fearless in Fairness. Okay, Panther dodge offset. I get to store this attack through this cutscene there into a Tetsuzanko. It's hit once. It's gonna hit again as soon as this cutscene finishes. Right there, do another Tetsuzanko, he's dead.
Это забавно. Он использовал Тецузанко атаку, которая...
Yeah, so these Tetsuzankos,
Ну,
just to
вы просто
remind people, are
тратите
these really
ману,
powerful
бьете
beads
ботинком,
that are coming in
нет,
and they can
кулаком,
strike
кулаком в данном
the
случае.
target from a distance. So
И так эта атака в
player can
данном
stand
файте
there and
работает,
Tetsuzanko over and
что
over again, and by
вы
using up the magic gauge,
бьете врага
do
в начале
massive amounts of damage
катсцены,
from
и когда катсцена
extended
заканчивается,
range.
урон
Yeah,
снова
and the
бьется.
Tetsuzankos are a backward
Проходит
forward
дважды.
punch input.
Это очень
You
смешно.
can cancel the animation by evading as soon as you cast it, or jumping. So the observant among you, that is a Halo. It's not us. So here we go again.
Так, мы прыгаем в форме пантеры и воротами сохраняем,
momentum.
так
Yeah, we're
сказать,
doing really good.
инерцию.
I'm gonna let this cutscene play for a little bit because
It's a great cutscene.
I'm gonna have a dance off.
Yes, everyone loves this scene. It is just such a great scene in Bayonetta 1. I will say, of all the three games, my favorite scenes probably are in Bayonetta 1. I mean, there's just such a great dance. Like,
Они
right
нам
here
покажут
with
эту
the
катсцену,
doppelganger
потому
dance
что
off.
это великая катсцена.
These are the moments that really make the game run.
Не
While
буду
we watch the
скипать.
fun dance off, if there's a donation to be read, I think now's a pretty good time.
Sure thing. We have $10 from Supreme Judicator. I know it's late, but love seeing Bayonetta being run. Good luck.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
And then a quick $50 from Anonymous. Awesome to see Bayonetta on the lineup and getting taken apart in style.
Excellent
I'll skip
timing
it
there.
now. Ooh, Jesus.
Ой, ой.
A little bit aggressive to
ранее.
start. However, Durga solves all problems.
So this is an angel called a Joy. Jump on her head, reset her frustration meter, just so this Durga bombs.
Да, но нормально тут только один враг, кстати, забавно.
kick.
Я уже забыл, какой нормал
So let's
легкий.
get the heaven out of there.
Nice, very good. And that's chapter 6, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
И шестая часть готова.
Oh man. Nice Luca statue.
Yep.
So you're repping Luca, which is what matters.
That was intentional. Silver. On purpose.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna have the Cardinal Virtue coming up. We've seen him before.
И у нас очередной босс-файт тут.
Temperance. Okay, let's see if we have good RNG. We do.
Есть рандомные элементы. В общем-то, огромный босс, и суть этого босса, что нам нужно
These are the
сломать
uppercut
его по
cancels.
частям.
A lot of damage in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Мы используем cancel
You have to
апперкота,
let go of the lock-on button every time you press
прыгаем,
jump, otherwise it'll
делаем
force you
апперкот
to
атаку,
do an evade.
прыгаем и
So coming up here
повторяем
on the
это много
arm,
раз.
evaded a
Это
Panther,
позволяет
lock-on,
перейти
Tetsuzanko,
сразу
punch, kick,
к
punch.
следующей фазе.
I do
И
damage to this little sphere
мы,
right
в принципе,
there
можем
from
немножко
that far
дистанционно
away.
ему нанести удар
And here we are.
издалека,
We
так сказать,
summon
при помощи
Hecatoncture.
Тецузанка атаки.
Every single finger is a demon head. Very strong. Bam.
17, nice.
Almost a threshold there. Beautiful. Tap top.
Так, отлично.
He gets enraged.
Даже не
Find that
было
halo
той
indicator.
фазы, где нас кидают в
Tetsuzanko, punch,
какую-то
kick, punch.
даль.
We get our magic back. And that is both arms.
For a lot of these boss
Отрываем
phases
ему
specifically,
руки
it's all
до
threshold
того,
based. So by being able to jump cancel and get a lot of the DPS
как
raised
могло
far
случиться
beyond what the
что-то еще
developer imagined we
максимально
could get,
быстро.
a lot of these fights become very different than what you're casually would be experiencing because there's these long phases that Reclaimer is basically shortcutting.
Yeah, and that is a lock-on punch, kick, punch into a Tetsuzanko. I'll do that 3 times for 3 cores. And on the last phase, it'll be against Temperance's head. I will do a technique called the Kilgore exploit. It'll be 4 punches into a flurry of kicks. During that flurry of kicks, I switch off
Так,
of
он будет
Durga from my feet to
использовать
the other weapon
эксплойт.
set, which has shotguns. And here is time to demonstrate it. Pay attention to the
Для
health
того,
bar on the
чтобы
bottom right.
развалить последнюю фазу.
Punch, 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 punch. Kick.
Вот
Switch
эта
weapons.
атака,
It just
где мы
evaporates.
типа делаем
Yeah. Wow.
3 панча, 1 кик.
And down.
И в этот
And
момент
after that jump
в конце
cancel, I
мы
evade
типа
backwards onto the ground
меняем
to
оружие
immediately
на
hit
дробовик.
this climax.
Это наносит
And now's a good time for a donation.
достаточно урона, чтобы просто
Sure
уничтожить
thing.
их
We have
несчастную
$20
голову.
from Grimion. Says, stayed up late to watch Bayonetta. I'll donate another 20 if the announcer says Bayonetta in any of the start screen voices. And here's the thing, Grimion, I missed the start screen. Anyone on stage want to be able to help me out, maybe?
Bayonetta.
Perfect.
That's I do not have a gorgeous Bayonetta voice, but I can always do.
I'll do
Bayonetta.
Luca.
Yeah, go for it.
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta.
Those are both wonderful.
Thank you.
В принципе, половина игры уже пройдена.
That was about like 5 seconds off from like a perfect Temperance.
That was a very good Temperance fight. There's different attack patterns that Temperance can do, and that drastically will affect how quickly you
И,
can get through
наверное,
those
один из
phases.
самых
So that was a
мерзких
very good
уровней
RNG
игры,
of Temperance.
который
Diagonal evade,
в
Tetsuzanko,
спидране
I eject both of them
практически
off of the
скипается
car.
наполовину.
Magic flute.
Здесь мы используем магическую флейту. Вот мы, собственно, вот эти магические флейты
I use a
покупали
Panther
именно для
dodge
этого
offset
момента.
in the air, which you're not supposed to do.
Именно для этого уровня.
Is he still alive? I'm just waiting for
И-
the audio to despawn.
Yeah.
There you go.
Так,
Okay.
первая арена готова.
Immediately, I skip this cutscene. I evade into the wall. This manipulates the AI of the Joys to try to get to me by
Специально
teleporting.
подходим к стене, чтобы все вот
So they
эти
cluster
противники
really
к нам
conveniently for me.
телепортировались. И это позволяет
She's
нам
evading. Wow,
завалить
parried
их
me.
кучкой, просто взорвать.
Joys are annoying because they are one of the
Это
few
очень
enemies
аркадный
that are
уровень,
particularly
с
known
отсылками
for
ко
being able
всяким
to
таким
dodge and block attacks
старым
more than
играм,
other enemies, so
битэмапам.
they can occasionally be frustrating.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they read your inputs. so
Гоночки,
they
вот
can
это
just
катание
decide if
на
they want to.
байке, которое мы, в
Ironic.
принципе, полностью
Uh,
скипнем.
You never see them after this cutscene.
Вот. Скип
Those are
максимально, так
actually made
сказать,
canonically in the image
простенький,
of
сейвит дофига. Мы берем,
And now
открываем
we're on a
меню,
motorcycle.
Time to go
выбираем,
vroom.
Time to go vroom.
Open the menu, magic flute,
Выбираем
panther form
флейту.
180. If you play
жмем
this section casually,
два раза, короче,
you can do
жмем
this at
этот
home.
самый ворот, чтобы
We
войти в
go to
форму
the finish line
пантеры.
conveniently placed
И
behind us.
двигаемся
That
назад.
saves five,
Вот. По пантере, с
at
пантерой
least
можно
5.5
спокойно бегать.
minutes. And we're done
И когда мы,
instantly.
типа, идем назад,
It's so cool.
мы проходим
Time to go
триггер,
vroom.
собственно, конца этой секции. И мы сможем там врезаться в стену, чтобы нас развернуло,
have
и
a introduction
типа, этим
for the
образом,
Angel
таким нехитрым, мы
Rays.
скипаем вообще всю эту фигню,
You won't see it
всю
because
эту
we killed them
секцию
too
на
fast.
байке.
If you leave 3 Braves alive at the same time, they will strike a pose from the Ginyu Force from Dragon Ball Z, fuse into a really large beloved. He's really quick. It's
И
really
мы
hard to fight.
сейчас валим троих противников до того, как они зафьюзились, так
We never
сказать.
give them
Они
the
могут
chance, though,
слиться в одного
unfortunately.
большого.
So
Мы
we
этого
skipped
им не
the.
даем.
That was Route 666,
Валим
by the
их
way. We
быстрее.
did unfortunately skip the motorcycle section because of where they convened it, but you know, it's a very fun chapter.
Fortunately, we skipped it.
Well, fortunately for time,
Yeah.
for sure.
So we get whisked away off of Salvation Highway, and we are brought to Paradiso. You're going to see a lot of similar imagery from what we've seen so far in the game, not too long ago.
На этом уровне тоже много всяких
We're going to go
вертикальных
for the
штук.
last weapon we get during the speed run, the Kilgore rocket launchers.
Так, мы собираем части, кстати, ракетницы. Нам она в данном
Gonna
случае
come over here, perform
пригодится.
a skip. Down, down, up,
И, я
down.
говорил, этот уровень довольно
do that
вертикальный,
proform, but-
поэтому мы карабкаемся по стене,
Nice, great.
залетаем на эту
And
сферу.
To remind you, the
Нам нужен
momentum stuff
ключ.
that I'm doing it is perfectly rhythmic. If you do it too fast or too slow, you lose all of your momentum. Shiraba stall right here, gravity resets. So I have a public PSA. If you are in a situation like this, turn into a panther, afterburner kick over the wall, and just jump over the invisible wall, fly to the bottom, and you're
Мы
good.
прыгнули прямо в
Public
невидимую
service
стену,
announcement.
поэтому нас тут скинуло аккуратно вниз.
And that is a quick skip. I'm trying to do as many quick skips as I can instead of using crow form, which is safer but slower. Okay, I'll be able to show Panther offset, really good way. Hang on, punch, kick, punch. Punch, evade, kick, evade, punch.
Райнер показывает, как можно, так сказать, делать офсет при
Using that, I'm
помощи
able to launch off a
пантеры,
wicked weave
а
pretty
не
quickly while
ворота
moving.
конкретно. То есть мы можем атаковать и
Punch, evade,
превращаться в
punch.
пантеру очень быстро, меняться между этими фазами.
Try to get him to line up there.
В данном случае нам нужно собрать запчасти
I'm trying to do my
для
best
очередного ключа.
Like
Они
that to
раскиданы по разным
manipulate the
врагам.
AI of the Grace, Glory, and Fairness, so I can cluster them and hit them with the Shiraba Wicked Weaves.
Но
Quite
сам
possible.
ключ
That was a
нам не
secret
нужно
there.
использовать, нам нужно
We
просто
have
пройти.
an angel that is very, very infamous, Kinship. An angel so unfun to fight, like that I just got grabbed.
Да,
Later I got
корабль,
tweeted about
корабль
it
мы
in
ломаем.
frustration.
Kinship.
They're like meat ships. They're I
Yeah.
don't like
Первая встреча, так сказать, с врагом-кораблем.
record piece 2 of 3.
Хватаем второй кусочек этого гранатомета.
Spin kick. Let's go on a journey together. Spin kick with Durga on feet for some reason just makes you fall down so fast. Oh, I went too
Он
fast.
промазал.
Speaking of,
One of the only times you
Так,
can.
использовал
Yeah.
атаку,
Go ahead and do this for safety.
спин-кик, так сказать. И она позволяет падать
It's a
очень-очень
little bit slow,
быстро.
but you can concoct extra items. Again, it takes a little bit of time, as you saw, but it can definitely be good, especially for safety strats.
turn to a crow. It's going to move underneath me. You'll see it like right here. Yeah.
There it is.
перед
So
тем,
I'm
как,
going so fast, the game doesn't
собственно,
even like
упасть, он
know where my
превратился в
location
ворону,
is,
чтобы эта
and it
платформа
takes a while to
подвигалась,
catch
и
up
мы
to me.
могли скипнуть файт в ней.
Here, Tetsuzanko torture attack you. I want your flail. Punch kick, Panther jump, offset. Not supposed to be
Так,
able to do
а
that.
тут секреточка с последним
There's
There's
a
the
lot.
last for
куском
record piece.
гранатомета. Отлично. Гранатомет самое, наверное, сломанное оружие в этой игре.
Movement right.
Лейтенант Килгор. Вот. Тут небольшая секция с гравитацией, которую мы просто пробегаем, пролетаем мимо.
We have Golem, mini boss that we'll see
И
twice during the run.
голым.
Get which time using the flail, double damage.
У нас для этого
And
специально
that is the
припасена
first phase.
колотушка.
Instead of climaxing, we do this. We deplete the health bar 3 times.
Смотрите, он не использует добивание
Get magic right
на
there as we
этом
wait.
боссе,
Bam.
потому что если
That saves about
3
a minute.
раза обнулить
Normally you would
его
have
запас
the
хп, то он
animation
просто
from
взорвется.
Hackathonture just playing volleyball with Golem. It's really funny and worth your time to watch.
Yeah. Chapter 9, by the way. Yes, it's over.
И так нам не нужно будет эту
One thing that
добивочную
I wanted to
атаку
bring up, Reclaimers, it's
использовать
been very apparent in the speedrun,
очень
but
долго.
I think, especially if you were like a fighting game player, you might like think about canceling animations as like a way of increasing your damage. And goodness knows Reclaimer is doing that, but I think what he's done a great job of showcasing in the speedrun is you can use cancels and dodge offsets and like these combo continuers, not just to continue combos for damage, but also as movement options. So it's a really important positioning and damage tool, and I think the way that Bayonetta does it as a speedrun
Так, а
is
все?
very different from even other hack and slash fighting games.
Очень хорошо. Просто влетает врагов уже, так сказать, с окончанием комбо, с финишером.
I uppercut that one affinity, puts me in the perfect position
Прожимает
to be able to hit 3 of
флейту,
those little cog
чтобы
pieces
чтоб все враги
with the
лопнули.
magic flute.
Amazing.
We're talking pixels here almost, with how good the Goldilocks zone is where you have to stand. So as this zooms in, I jump off of it, continues the animation for me, which is really cool. Janky camera, as you can see. Hello, Harmony. Goodbye.
Lovely.
Сразу
Durga
вылетает
goes
спавнящихся
burr.
врагов, взрывает
In a
их.
specific spot.
И у нас тут небольшой босс-раш происходит.
He's dead. Okay, lock on Tetsuzanko. Tetsuzanko, goodbye. We
Ну, конечно,
swap him out of
Bayonetta
Hello, Mini Temperance.
это
Kill
всегда
War on
в
the
конце
feet.
босс-раш. Но это еще даже не конец.
Just to
Right.
remind people, that's the Kilgore glitch. So what's happening
Не
is the
знаю, нас
combo is
еще
being
ждут
started with
несколько
not the
уровней.
Kilgore, the rocket launchers, and then it's being switched to the Kilgore for like an extended damage sequence that you wouldn't normally get. So that is when we talk about the Kilgore glitch, that's what's happening, and that's why the DPS is crazy. It's non-standard.
Даже не приземляется, просто
Pretty much
продолжает
nothing Reclaimer
лететь.
does is non-standard. That's a safe
Все
assumption.
вот
That's
эти
boring stuff.
платформы, они меняют нашу гравитацию,
Introduction
но
to an elite
мы
variation of
только,
House of
только
Glory.
меняем, так сказать,
Pale
нашу
Nightmare.
гравитацию, и как
They disabled your
сразу
ability to get
летим
witch time
дальше.
unless you have an accessory. But
Но это уже усиленная, так сказать,
tripping,
версия
a little bit of cinematic
Grace and
animation.
Glory,
A little bit
они,
of tripping and uppercuts, they don't have anything they can do against it.
Yes, very
если
good.
ты
So,
используешь
once again,
ворота, они
Luca.
не дают
Here I
тебе
am.
мечтаемо.
I am cosplayed as Luca Redgrave. The other one, he was wearing Lumen garments, so you can't exactly see.
That's perfect.
Again.
All right, go ahead and skip that now. Go ahead and do a quick skip here by going out of bounds.
What happened to
Так.
Mummy? She's busy speedrunning, sweetie. Don't worry about
Тут
it.
немножко в ОБ, так сказать, обходим это место. Отлично.
Because really, how would you explain this to baby Cereza? You know, it's hard.
If you actually want a tutorial with a like hand cam and a controller overlay, I just put out a video. Also, 222 is insane for chapter 10. I just put out a video on my channel. I go by Reclaimer
Очень короткая
HVK
10 глава.
on YouTube, showing you how to do it. If you're at home right now, you think this movement is cool, try it. It's very precise, I warn you. And you have to hold your controller kind of weird, like this. Index finger on the
У
right
Жанны
bumper, middle
практически
finger on the
тот же
trigger.
мувмент, но она немножко по-другому работает. То есть она
So
может
this is the
бесконечно
first boss fight
увороты
and only
делать,
boss fight of the game
и
where you can bring an angel weapon
она
into
немного
it.
быстрее.
There's a fight right before it.
В общем-то,
Head stomp the R door to reset his
очень
AI, so
мелкие
he
такие
does not parry
параметры,
me.
которые стали определяющими для спидрана вот, в выборе.
Go ahead and pick that up.
Так, обязательно схватим колотушку.
Jump uppercut cancels here.
И да, один из самых мерзких боссов в игре.
At every jump, I am letting go of the lock on, and as soon as I jump,
Мы
I'm
его
locking on
очень
again.
быстро
I jump
просаживаем
on
ему
what is
хп при
basically the
помощи
hairline
кэнсела
of that tongue. I use a panther evade into a
апперкота.
Shirava
Мы
stall.
делаем апперкот,
By
прыжок,
doing that,
апперкот,
I
прыжок. Это
maintain my
очень
position
больно.
while the tongue extends underneath me, bringing me to the base of the tongue. For a quick kill, you can do it
Видите, первая
3
фаза
times
уже
during this fight
отъехала.
for 3 tongues. Saves about 8 or 10 seconds or so. Durgon feet, spin kick twice for speed.
Да, нам нужно упасть вниз, чтобы
Activate double
отменить ему
damage
эту
right here.
атаку. Тогда бы он
1, 2,
бил по этим
3.
платформам
Flare to the
и
face, double damage. Uppercut number
ломал бы
4.
их, а нам типа надо
That
было
is
бы
threshold.
убегать, но мы не хотим тратить время на побег, поэтому мы
Okay,
That was
that was
strange.
weird.
It's okay.
That's fine. I
просто
want me to look at
прыгаем
a rocket
вниз.
now.
Сейчас,
Yeah.
кстати, немного не повезло. А че он
The Rock
не
decided
успел
to
нанести урон?
be erased from
Нам,
existence.
по
I
идее,
wanted
да,
to
нам
show
нужно...
you
Он
more
КТЕ
of this fight with Justice.
пропустил, получается.
Perfect.
Нам нужно
Justice is really
камнями
fun, I don't know
в
why.
него закидать.
Jump on the hairline of this tongue. Jump to the base. Bam. I'm going to do a Tetsuzanko jump uppercut. Hit threshold. You need 3 magic to do that. Alright, 2 of 3. Now's a good time for a donation as well.
Sure thing. We have a $20 follow-up from Grimion who says, perfect voices. Here's the other $20 as promised.
Ну и последняя
you.
глава.
And $5 from the Crank
Апперкотами
Machine. $5 to help Cereza
спамим.
get the heaven out of there.
That's
Так, он
great.
прожимает
Top tier.
таунты.
So this is the only quick time event in the
Чтобы
game that I
враг
can think
атаковал
of that
быстрее.
caps you off at 99, both combo point wise and visual indicator. It's messed up.
Messed up, yeah. How do you know how many times you're pressing the A button? You can't.
I know.
Yeah, so that leap through the air, Reclaimer said this, but that leap through the air where Bayonetta, well, Jean in this case, I suppose, is moving very fast. Again, that is canceled movement options. If you've ever played this game casually, you know that moving that fast and jumping down there, not a standard task. So there's a lot of movement
босс
and
готов.
clever gravity games that Reclaimer is playing here.
So to finish up this fight, taunting for magic for the next chapter. Nosebleed.
Ну, кстати,
and Leo are going
затаунтил
to
его под
summon
конец, чтобы
Skolo
получить
Ra.
магию
Also a good time for
дополнительно.
donations again.
Yep.
Казалось бы, всего лишь насмешка над
If
противником,
there is
но
another
сколько у нее
donation,
применений.
there's a good moment
Все
to read it,
полезные.
if possible.
Sure thing. We have $50 from Marculio. Good morning from Norway. Love the show and what you all do for charity and the gaming community. Shout out to Norway.
Shout out to Norway. Thank you so much. And that is the cardinal virtue of justice, chapter 11. Not bankruptcy, don't worry. We're still out here.
Yeah. More donations is good right now.
Sure thing. We have $30 from Thunderbolt Gamer. Says, donating in honor of my grandmother who passed away 5 years ago due to cancer. Let's kick cancer's butt together.
Excellent, thank you so much.
Так, мы добираемся наконец-то до уровня босс-файта с Жанной, и мы будем сражаться с Жанной, за Жанну против Жанны.
Live right now.
So, because
Это раздвоение
Bayonetta is
личности.
being run right now, it is very prudent to bring up that there is a
Было бы
humble
смешно, если бы
bundle
как
on
в
games
Devil May
that are
Cry,
being
там,
run at
короче,
AGDQ
скинчик
right now,
меняли и,
including, but certainly not
так
limited
сказать,
to Bayonetta. So right now there's
с
the
этого,
AGDQ
с Данте
2024 game
на
bundle, which
синий
includes
скин Данте,
Bayonetta,
это
Borderlands 2,
или нет?
Celeste,
Это как-то там был,
Sprawl,
по-моему,
Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night,
красный скин
Astalon,
Вёрджила,
Tears of the
его
Earth,
люди
and
называли
Sonic
Ванте.
Adventure 2. Buying any of these games you can pay at least $10 for these 8 items. So there's
Так,
a
это
large
уровень.
bundle. You can
Кстати,
get
по-моему,
Bayonetta,
этот
this
уровень очень
amazing
быстро
game for
скипнется.
essentially $5. It's a
Да,
huge steal,
выход в
and
ЛБ.
the game has never been more accessible. This is the most accessible the game has
Получается,
ever
мы
been.
добегаем
You know,
сразу до
anyone can get it
босс-файта
on
или
their
что?
PC for $5. So this is, if you want to get into the Bayonetta speedrun, the barriers of entry are very accessible right now.
Да, и мы сейчас
So
ее
we do go
уроним.
out of bounds on that plane. You saw it like glitch and like despawn. We go ahead and trigger a fight with Jean. We eject her off the plane. The game
Да, мы
despawns.
скинули Жанну с
She falls out of
самолета,
the map,
гайс.
and
Мы
she's just
скинули
dead.
Жанну
That's
с
3 health
самолета.
bars gone by using that tactic. We have little stowaways, Cereza. She is
Файт
frightened,
окончен.
scared for her life, and here we are being a protector for her. Beautiful clump.
That was
Prepping
very nice.
bombs just in case I get weird RNG, like him being right there. Jump as high as I can in the air. Start my combo. Beautiful. Not
Вот
done
так
yet.
вот.
Jump as fast
Зачем
as
с
I
кем-то
can,
драться,
raise
если
it down.
можно просто отправить в полет?
Panther jump evade, magic flute, last one of the run. We kill that entire swarm of harmonies immediately. And stiletto to the end.
Nice.
И
Very good.
девочку, кстати, бросаем, просто добегаем
Yeah,
до
really
конца
good.
очень быстро.
Yeah, I mean, the out of bounds helps a
Пофигу,
lot
что
there. I mean, there was an
самолет
entire boss fight
затапливается.
that's basically skipped. So, you know, it's huge. And yeah, 201 is...
That was like 8 seconds off my pass.
Это очень
no,
забавно
that's
выглядит,
no, 801 is
когда
no
дают
joke. That's
медали
right,
в
that's
конце
right, 201
миссии,
is no
нам
joke,
показывают,
especially for marathon.
какие
That's
мы
quite
файты прошли.
Okay.
И
We're going to be
мы
coming
большую
into
часть
the
файтов
granular
пропустили.
deep in fighting prudence. I'm going to have to concentrate here. Just know that I'm locking on with Sharaba and hitting these little shins, porcelain faces.
I'm going to let Reclaimer focus
очередной
on this.
boss
This is actually one of the hardest boss fights in the game. So I'm actually going to let him cook here.
I got it.
Да, это, как признаются раннеры, один из самых сложных файтов в игре. Ну, не по сложности, конечно, а по, так сказать, по сложности того, как его пройти быстро, потому что он любит под воду прятаться. Нам нужно очень аккуратно залукониться на каждую из его конечностей и
We summon
поломать.
Phantasmarini, the infernal spider. And we are
И
going to
паук из
steer
ДМЦ-1,
Prudence into
он нам поможет.
our little friend over here. So what I did on that first phase of Sapientia, you're supposed to break 2 kneecaps, 2 shins at a time. Sapientia will do a scripted dive attack. Try to like body slam you, come back, and then you break the other 2 knees. Doing that specific sequence by prepping one of the other knees really far away with the Tetsuzanko, getting which time while breaking knee number 2, and then doing a punch kick punch combo on knee 3. I then jump, cancel, a Tetsuzanko with Onyx Roses in my hands, and I break all 4 knees at the same time. It is a massive time save. It is a run ender for me on my PBs. I'm so glad to be able to get it. So,
Yeah, it was sick.
Prudence has a
Трайнер
scripted dive
радуется,
here.
что
We
им
get some
получилось
cheeky
очень хорошо
damage in with
сломать
lock on
все
punch,
колени
punch.
этому боссу
Concentrate here.
на первой самой фазе. Вот. Он
So
смог
since you can
сделать
jump
это
cancel,
одновременно,
what I'm doing
поэтому
is
это
using
засейвило
a
ему очень много времени.
Stiletto or a Tetsuzanko jump, but then doing an uppercut right after. Beautiful one dive on
Так,
Sapientia.
хорошо. Тацузанка и
This
апперкуты.
game does have a lot of hit stun on uppercuts, so I am intentionally using that animation for Tetsuzanko jump uppercut, and then I just rinse repeat because I land on the ground into another Tetsuzanko jump uppercut. You can do that for as much magic as you have, and hitting the
И
enemy gives you
последняя
more
фаза.
magic back, so it's a really cool feedback loop. So we skip that cutscene there with Phantasmarini. Sapientia Prudence has created this little vortex here. We're going to be fighting him from range, as you have seen so many times so far. Holding the joystick forward, not lock on, I am doing a punch, kick, punch combo. And if you can see, all the way
Он
down
делает
there, that little
комбо панч-кик-панч,
red
самое
core,
простое комбо в игре,
he's dead.
и оно его
It saves you
достает.
so much time from having to get close, up and personal.
Да, комбо панч-кик-панч.
He's gone.
Yeah,
Нас
I mean,
делал
Reclaimer has said this so many
простую
times, but there's a
атаку
lot to keep track of,
вот
so it
этим
just bears
панч
repeating.
оружием.
A lot of the cool skips and sort of.
В данном
It's
случае
hard
у
to
нас
call it sequence
катана, и
breaks,
она
does that mean something else? But basically,
очень
these large skips of the
большой, так
animation are
сказать,
being possible
радиус
because
охватывает.
of the extended range of
Мы
the
в данном
weaves.
случае
Basically, being able to
не
hit
жмем
the
в упор,
opponent from
просто
far away is
вперед
able to get
держим
targets that
пад.
normally you would have to wait to get instantly. You know, it's been mentioned before, but you know, there's a lot to keep
И
track of in
босс
this speedrun, so
отъезжает.
it's worth being very clear on what's happening.
Yeah. And Phantasmarene is a loving parent to a lot of hungry children, and I would hate to go out that way. That is for sure.
That one's brutal, but that is the cardinal virtue of prudence.
Okay. It's a really good fight, though.
Yeah.
The fastest possible that I know of is 3:17.
Yeah.
So even waiting for a safety there, wow.
That was a very good run.
So good. So we're going to go into the last shop trip of the run. And we're going to go into a big section on a rocket, which is a
Да, раннер
homage
косплеит
to
Люку.
Space Harrier. Isla
Лука.
del Sol,
Лука.
Island of the Sun. So we just got Kilgore from Rodon, the shopkeeper.
Так, а мы получили
Stock
наконец-то
up on
базуки.
purple lollipops, which give me magic by a moon pearl.
Так, Мунперл
By
нам,
the
кстати,
last accessory,
нужен.
Summon
Прокачали
Light.
немного магию.
If you have 4 or
Лишним
more
не
magic,
будет.
you get full duration witch time whenever you take any source of
Ису
damage.
Делсол очень длинный уровень, очень душный.
So this is a 6-minute just section of non-stop
Это-
donations if you want to.
6-минутный, так сказать, автоскроллер.
This is basically a shooting section that's
Shoot
an
'em up.
auto-scroller. Platinum Games basically has one of them every single game, so this is a
Platinum
really good
Games
time.
каждую игру свою
obviously
такие
to shout out a lot
добавляют.
of people, but also if we can get some donations going
Ну,
too, this is a good time for them.
Тут, в принципе,
Sure
довольно
thing. We have
просто.
$50
Враги
from Anonymous that
Мы
says,
знаем,
"Thank you, GDQ,
откуда
for
они
putting
летят,
this
куда
event
они
together
летят.
every year. I have found
Так
so
что
many great
аккуратненько
games and
становимся
communities
в
as a
нужных
result
точках.
of AGDQ and
Также
SGDQ.
на
And
врагах
huge
пожирнее
shout out
мы
to the
используем
runners as well. It's
ракеты.
not always easy to perform in
Вот
front
для
of
этого мы,
crowds this
кстати,
size,
прокачали им
especially
немного
not in
маны.
person, but you all do a great job. Keep up the hype.
Да, за
Oh,
ману
if I can
у нас
interject
используются
really fast before I
ракеты.
forget. Bayonetta 1 has not been at an in-person GDQ event since the very first AGDQ ever, back
Yeah.
in 2011. It has been 13 years.
Yeah.
We do have Galasereni, who did her Frame Fatale's run,
Yeah.
but in person, it hasn't been showcased.
Yeah, at an AGDQ proper, this is a 13-year run back. So it's very and the run has gotten so different and so optimized and so crazy since then. It truly is awesome, particularly at this point in time. To see Bayonetta come
Сразу
back
с
when all
нулевой,
of
так
these
сказать, все
movement
ракеты
improvements
просто
that you're
высаживаем
seeing
в этого
weren't
врага.
like that even a couple
Это
years
его
ago.
убивает.
So
Here's a button mashing here.
yeah, button mashing.
Кстати, если
You know what
мешать
button mashes
кнопку,
like
то он
Reclaimer,
стреляет
as someone
быстрее.
who's been watching him for the past couple days in person, it's unreal.
It's a technique.
Надо
One
попробовать.
to learn it.
Anyone can learn it. He's just very good at it.
It's incredible. I'm sitting here at the hostess just in awe, Reclaimer. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, and I guess it's just a good time for shoutouts too. I mean, obviously there's going to be some at the end of the run, but I also want to say I've watched obviously just online as well. I mean, Reclaimer. I don't want to gas him too much up while he's still running, but he has put in a lot of these movement texts is stuff that he has found through his own curiosity and
Так,
experimenting.
с
So a
этих
lot of
врагов
what you're
нам не
seeing
помешает
here is,
накопить немножко маны.
is truly it's his brainchild through a lot of hard work.
Хотя, в
trial and
принципе, с ней
error,
тут
and,
всё в
there's a
порядке.
lot of people who've contributed to the overall skill floor, but there's been a lot of not just skill but curiosity on Reclaimers. And
Вот этих врагов даже без ракет
this
очень
run
легко
being,
убивать.
gosh, 10 minutes faster, like not an insignificant amount faster. 10 minutes faster in an hour and a half speed run. There's been a lot of really cool optimizations, and as someone who's been a mod for the entire Bayonetta series
Так.
for several years now.
Ага.
I mean, it's just been really
Леденец,
cool. It's been really cool to see.
поехали. Леденец на урон.
There's just a lot of
Отлично.
explosions and noise right now. If
Всё,
there's another
просто
donation, keep them
аннигилировал
coming.
босса.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Sure
We have
thing.
3.5 more minutes.
We have $10 from Floof saying, shout out to the Bayo run. I love this game so much casually, and I'm telling my boyfriend Bunny about all the cool moments that we're skipping, but the crazy strats and movement tech more than make up for it. Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
We have $50 from Jay Devik that says, love the
Уже
event. I
враги
watch whenever I
побольше,
can.
но
Big
это не
appreciation for all the
проблема.
runners, staff, and hosts for making this event as great as it is.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. It's really awesome. You can see in the background right now.
Очень
the
мощный
Evolvo
Меша тренер.
building.
Yep.
That is going to be where the next, half, quarter hour of the game is going to take place. At
В
this
принципе,
nice
достаточно
Evolvo
простая
building. I just want
секция.
to point out really how, how cool the different settings of Bayonetta are. Like even just in the last, in the last little bit, we've seen a lot of different locales
Если
and
выучить,
stuff, and it's
так
really
сказать,
cool
как
that Platinum
расправляться
Games,
с
especially in the
разными
Bayonetta
типами
series,
врагов.
never skimp on the visuals.
Опять же, жмем
So,
леденец, чтобы накидывать огромный урон.
This is,
Да,
I will
в данном
say,
случае вот эти
classic
взрывы
Platinum
это
games, like
три
shoot 'em up,
здоровых
long shoot 'em up auto-scroller. Luckily, it is
змеи.
the only one in
Но их
the
просто
game,
не видно,
so
потому что мы их
you don't
уничтожаем.
have to do this a million more times, but it definitely is always a good time
Это,
for just
кстати,
continued,
в данном
ad-libbing
случае
donations,
это
whenever
отсылка
there's
на,
time.
Yeah, keep the
так
donations
сказать,
Yeah.
Of course, we have $50 from
игру
Nicole
Ю
Goodnight. Says
Судзуки.
less than 3. Thank
Как
you,
мы
Nicole.
знаем, Ю Судзуки сделал
$100
Шенму,
from
но
Dave.
также он
Always
еще,
feels
так
great to
сказать,
see
изобрел
AGDQ back
текстур
again. Much
скейлинг
love, and
и
much love
сделал
back to you,
много
Dave.
аркад. Вот.
Thank
В данном
you.
случае отсылка
We
к
have
игре Fantasy
$50
Zone.
from Tiger Lily. My husband and I
Во
always look
второй,
forward
кстати,
to
Байонетте
GDQ.
отсылка к
Thank you, runners
Afterburner.
and crew, for your hard
В
work.
данном случае Байонетта еще в начале уровня
Tiger Lily.
говорит «Welcome
Thank
to my
you, Tiger Lily.
Fantasy Zone».
I also heard Nicole
Да.
Goodnight in there. I gotta do a shout out to Nicole Goodnight. I believe she was my host.
Это вот все аркадные
for my
игры,
Pikmin
которые вы,
4
в принципе,
run,
можете
like 4
поиграть
hours
в
earlier. So
Якудзах,
thank you. You were a gracious host during
потому
my
что
run.
они
Thank you so
там
much.
все есть.
Keep them coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
should-
have $50
Ну,
from
в Якудзе
Hell's
Zero
Land.
есть
Again,
Fantasy
AGDQ is
Zone.
already a blast.
В
Hype for the
аркадах.
rest of the week. Greetings from Germany. Well, hello, Germany.
Hello, Germany.
Hello.
This is it's getting to be a pretty good hour on for Europe. So if you're waking up in the morning in Europe, you
Так,
have
а мы
a
уже
nice little
сетапимся, смотрите.
video game coffee equivalent, right, to get your morning started. For
Ну,
sure.
прежде всего накидываем урон, чтобы
yeah.
расправиться с этим боссом здоровым.
Too many people to shout out, obviously, but one
Тут уже
of
пуль
the most
побольше,
prolific
но мы
Europeans that I want to shout out, if I
в
can,
сторону
is
двигаемся.
Ace Krana. Ace Krana has been a runner of Bayonetta for many years, and we used to duke it out a
И
lot.
мы уже
actually, in the
готовы к
Bayonetta
файту с Жанной,
speedrun, but in
потому что у
general,
нас
he's
эквипнуты базуки.
one of the OG grinders and one of the OG experts of Bayonetta, who's still around today and he's still innovating today. So
Yeah, he just submitted a new PB today.
yeah, he's just very impressive.
Yeah.
Ну да, но
Within the
ботинками она
last
очень
week,
легко
we have had a
разваливается.
new second and third place run for this exact category.
Yeah, it's crazy. People are running this game, so definitely check it out. At any
If
case,
you-
this John fight is of course very hard and very important.
Жанна нас ракетами кидает,
See if she cooperates.
мы их
If you do
избегаем.
want to join the Speedrun Discord, navigate to speedrun.com, go to any of the 4 games, Bayonetta 1, 2, 3, or Bayonetta Origins, click on that Discord icon, and you'll be brought to the Discord. At which time, Umber and Spear
Отлично,
Kilgore,
словили ее атаку
we
с
hit
ноги,
threshold
все ее
with
вот
this
эти
weave
волосяные руконожные атаки
This fight's going really well
мы
so far.
можем
We can keep it up. AI manipulation.
использовать для получения
Ooh, I was
вичтайма.
not ready.
Вот. Сейчас мы вичтайм не получили.
I wasn't ready.
John is quite
Не получилось, не
Panther,
получилось.
There you go.
Не дает вичтайм.
That's a very hard fight. AI manipulation should have pulled at her.
Времени у
Panther.
них там вообще вот там, где эта красная плашка, там должны быть часы,
Getting far
но
enough away from her, she launches a
Ведь
wicked weave
нету.
or goes into Panther form.
времени у них
Which
там
time Umber and
поздновато.
Spear Kilgore to the face. Panther, thank you. Now she's cooperating. Do one more time.
worth pointing out. This was brought up at the very beginning, but John, who Witch Reclaimer is playing as in the Bayonetta speedrun, only gets Witch Time off of basically a perfect dodge.
Yeah.
So,
fraction of a second.
Yeah, so having to bait witch time in this category is actually very, 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 very difficult compared to
Говорят,
playing
очень
a
сложно
standard
получить
Bayonetta
Witch
run.
Time
So
на
when
Жанне,
he's saying he
потому
has to
что
get witch time,
Жанна должна
that
прям
is
идеальный
not
додж
a
сделать.
guaranteed thing. He has to basically take damage and dodge basically at the exact same interval. So you have to basically have the enemy throw themselves at you, and then you have to have the timing down. So there's a lot of precision required.
There's a mixture of utilizing Selene's Light, which is the accessory we just equipped. It gives us full duration witch time if we have at least 4 magic. And I try to bait out the attacks for John that have a low amount of hit stun, so she doesn't knock
Но
me away
зато
really far.
за, так сказать,
So I
идеальный
can
Witch
get
Time
full
нам дают
duration kill
самое
lore and
долгое
just take
заметло.
out a health bar, go into the next phase. So this section right here, Tower to Truth, is just a rehash montage of everything you've seen so far. So that's a really good time for donations.
Sure thing. We have $25 from Snoop J that says, "Who needs
И
a
у нас
jet
уже
when
почти
you're as
конец
fast as
игры,
Jean?" Insane run.
поэтому мы
Cheers.
заходим на уровень, на котором просто
Cheers.
все, что в
Thank
игре
you for
было,
coming.
And
нам
$25 from John
дают
says, "This Bayonetta run
прочувствовать
is
снова.
truly amazing, and I
Все
love watching
враги,
this event every year with my
боссы,
bestie. Let's dance,
босс-раш.
boys."
Let's dance, boys. I'm glad someone said it. Heck yeah.
We have $50 from Bulbazak with no message. Thank you, Bulbazak. Woo. And $250
Wow.
from Ninjara. Hi, all. I'm so excited to see AGDQ up again. It's one of my favorite weeks of the year, and I can't wait to go in person in the future. Shout-outs to the tech crew for an amazing event. Keep it up, folks.
Wow, thank you so much for that donation.
And $25 from Anonymous. Thank you all so much
nice
for
choice.
putting this amazing event together. Love the passion that's been brought into this every year for such a great cause.
Wow, thank you so much. Great donations. I just want to point out, by the way, that we are in the building that we saw in the background in the Isla del Sol. So this is the Ithaval building, just to give some story context. Our antagonist, we actually, even Bayonetta doesn't know the exact full story, but basically our antagonist is placed at the top of the Ithaval building. So
Так,
this is literally
оружие возьмем, да? Не может взять.
climb.
Может.
You can't call it a boss rush, but it is.
Пригодится.
Well, coming up, it kind of is, but it's basically a fight rush to the finish, and we're about to fight a mini version of Temperance coming up here, as a spoiler alert.
Animation evade there, preserving momentum with that angel weapon pickup. Okay. Go ahead and launch a Tetsuzanko there. Go ahead and get on this turret. And there's a precise rhythm here.
И, да, секция
If I
стрелей, черт тебя
continuously
подери.
pummel Temperance in the face, he does a stagger animation.
Как видите, если
And as we
просто
get into that second health
сказать
bar,
продолжительно в
very
лицо
specific thing I
ему
have to do as soon as
стрелять,
he
он
staggers
получает
here, I jump off
стагер.
the gun, I'll taunt him. I get more magic. I'm using Tetsuzankos from that far away. He didn't stagger. Okay.
И Цузанка очень сломанная атака, мы можем использовать ее просто издалека. Жмем таун, чтобы ману
Twice. Should stagger him. We wait for the
получить.
noodles to do a little loop animation. Get back on the gun. If we stay
Жмем
on this gun
определенную
while he's
анимацию.
on this second HP bar, he will try to punch the gun that we're on, which pretty big time loss there.
Да, и нам,
But
короче, не
using
нужно
Tetsuzankos
сидеть
and
на
jumping
пушке,
off
когда
and
у
on the gun
него
repeatedly, we get to consistently
мало
deal
хп, потому
damage.
что он тогда может
Yeah, I think I really
сломать
like that
просто
fight
эту
because I
турель,
think
и
it
нам придется
really
бежать за
highlights
следующей.
how crazy lock-on
Поэтому
and
мы,
weaves can
так
go, where you can
сказать,
just
в нужный
basically
момент
fire a
спрыгиваем.
weave across the entire world, as long as you're locked onto your target.
Shiraba can do anything.
Ой,
Activate a red here. Panther jump evade. Get in the right spot. Perfectly lined up in the center.
отлично. Красный леденец
Yeah,
прожали.
jump on the hairline.
Как раз оружка,
Good hit.
которую мы с собой тащили все это
I can
время.
still skip a little bit of it with the Panther evades. No big deal. Bam.
Босс
We're not
море
in
следующий.
serious mode or anything, so these are just standard attacks. No wicked leaves.
I will say, in this particular cutscene, you see how ridiculous Kilgore looks with the bazookas on her legs.
Up
You can
to
like
her-
see, you can just see how ridiculous
hips.
this game is. Where it's just like, oh, because like most of it is like, oh yeah, she has little like, I mean, it's still cool, but she's like, oh, like pistols on her feet, and now it's like, no, she has, they're rocket launchers. They are rocket launchers. Do not be fooled.
We have a statue in the center.
О, вот этот платформинг-сегмент очень неприятный. Ну, просто посмотрите, как раннер его пройдет.
Oh, nice. Good movement.
All right,
Идеально.
lock on. I used this weapon from the last fight.
У него еще оружие осталось с прошлого
Good
файта.
damage down.
Очень хорошо дамага накидал.
All right.
To remind people, this is one where the climax is in so
Опять
long,
же,
it's better to
голема
actually
надо
kill
3
it
раза убить,
thrice to get the instant verse.
чтобы не
ending
получить
here.
анимацию.
We finish
that-
it with a punch,
yeah.
punch, kick, punch with Sharaba. Okay, go for something very cheeky here. We got it. I drop a Durga Bomb. Sapientia during
Он,
this
он
animation,
прямо, так сказать, перед лицом
free hit.
босса.
using that explosion
Положил
behind
бомбу.
me, it actually
Очень
puts me
хорошо.
further into Sapientia. So even though I looked really far away, I'm right on top of him.
Ну, это последний босс из
If you
этого
ever see
босс-раша,
Reclaimer become a
получается.
crow, it means he was. It means something got slightly messed up. But the fact that he's only been crow, what, maybe twice this entire run, maybe even once. I mean, it just shows how consistent it is.
Okay. I'm gonna say something that makes no sense, just trust me. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Ooh, see?
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 1, 2. And then now this is
Yeah.
a even platform. If you use a certain cadence to
И
enter
уровень
Panther form
закончен.
on a slope, 1, 2, 1,
Так,
it
это
takes 2 evades to go into
15-я
Panther
глава,
form.
осталось
I'm
еще.
using the evade out of Panther
Получается, главы
to be the
2.
first evade to get back into Panther form. That timing is super precise,
И игра
crazy
закончена.
rhythmic, and I am calculating the steepness of the slope to try to time getting back into Panther form again.
But I think up that slope, you could see how fast he was moving, right? You could see how fast he was somersaulting forward. Again, that's not what a normal somersault does. Like, he's actually storing momentum, and he's using that to, like, propel him forward.
Normally, you would just evade
Right,
and then
exactly.
stand still. All right, we have Baldur. He
This
is
is the
the
Lumen
last
stage.
remaining.
А,
Lumen
кстати,
sage.
наверное,
We got
побольше
AI
там.
manipulation here,
У
so
нас
we can
еще
pull back
чисто
via right. Thank
файт
you.
с Бальдуром.
This is the massive damage. You
Yep,
can
we have the Kilgore exploit.
Как видите, мы
One phase
используем
down. Thank you,
комбу, в
Celine's
которой
light,
мы
and thank you,
переключаемся
AI
на оружие.
manipulation. That allows me to
Лейтенант
get
Kilgore.
full duration which time?
И вот глич, связанный с ним, ломает просто все лицо
As always,
босса.
remember, when he's doing the Kilgore glitch, what you want to look at is when he's doing those rapid kicks, you want to be looking in the bottom right and seeing that health bar
Нам нужна
evaporate.
определенная
Like,
комбо, которая
that's,
просто
again,
много раз
not
бьет
standard,
ногами.
as you can imagine.
And you'll see in the
И
bottom left, I switch
переключить.
my weapon set. That is what allows that attack to do so much damage. Okay. Strafe left. That's okay. Pull back. Strafe left. Beautiful. 2 out of 3 phases down.
У нее несколько
Okay.
фаз.
I'm gonna
В
go.
принципе, одним и тем же
2900
приемом его
here.
ломаем.
2900, everybody.
2900. That is
Get
my
ready.
record. I've never hit 3000.
Maybe.
We summon Skolopendra. And Boulder is so powerful. Okay.
All right, 2900. Oh, that's
28.
hard. 28 is so
Чуть-чуть урона не
fantastic, by the
хватило.
way. That was very good.
What is
Тут можно
670
получить
divided by 5?
2900
A large number.
дамага.
That's how many. 670 divided by 5. Someone in chat can do that. That's how many times he pressed A.
Yeah, that's how many times I pressed that quick time event prompt.
Не
670
домешал.
divided by 5. It's like it's 100 something by clearly because 500 is 100. So it's-
134.
yeah, so that was he pressed A.
This is motion controls right here. We're guiding the bullet. Trying to evade
Так, ребята,
the
доджим,
broken
доджим.
glass from Balder's
Стекло.
monocle. Hey, Balder, I have a question for you. What is your favorite month? Thank you.
May. Very nice.
That was a really good Lumen Sage fight.
That was a really good Lumen stage, by the way. Yeah. So that's the Lumen. So that's chapter 13. Sorry, 16. Yeah. It's been a long day.
Math is hard. I can't do that. I refuse.
Roman numerals? What are those? Chapter.
Not just math.
Oh,
I don't agree with it. It's not for me.
И буквально чуть-чуть осталось
Okay,
до
we're going to be
конца
moving
игры.
on to the last chapter of the game, Requiem. So funny story. it is impossible to do
Да,
a
это
run as
последняя
only
глава.
Bayonetta. During this section, you are forced to play Jean. I skipped all the cutscenes. I'm
И
so
у нас
sorry. You have no
забирают,
idea what's happening.
так сказать,
Just know
Байонетту, но
we
так как
are
мы играли на Жанне, мы
leaving
продолжаем
Earth
играть на
on
Жанне,
a rocket with that statue atop of it as
потому
we
что Балдур
head up
хватает
the
в
Tower to
конце
Truth.
Байонетту
This is
в
that
плен,
tower. It was a big
а мы за
rocket
Жанну летим на
silo.
байке ее спасать.
So here we are playing as Jean. By default, Baldur has
Сразу прожал
trapped
желтый
Bayonetta
леденец
into
на
one of
неуязвимость.
the eyes of that statue.
А,
That statue
Байк можно
is
разгонять.
for Jubileus. We're
В принципе,
effectively
летим на
trying to
полной
prevent
скорости.
the rapture. The Lumen Sages have a deity called Jubileus, and they have tried to bring her back with control of her. Baldur as the right eye, and Bayonetta as the left eye. Lumen Sage and Umbran Witch controlling Jubileus. So here we are as Jean. Jean has been under mind control this whole time, which is why we've been fighting her so many times. Bayonetta and Jean are the last remaining Umbra witches from the witch trials that took place 500 years ago. So this theme we hear in the background is
Так.
such a special piece. Bayonetta and Jean have been childhood friends.
Но тут немного смешная
They love each other
гравитация,
so dearly that
поэтому
Jean
мы
will do
особо сильно
anything
не
that it
можем
takes to save
разогнаться.
Cereza. Bayonetta. Whoa. Stuck
Ой,
in terrain
ой.
here. Go ahead and ledge grab that.
Nice,
Застряли.
nice backup.
Yeah. So this theme is called Friend.
Very, very, very touching, honestly.
Jean and Bayonetta 1 is just
Но вот
by
на этой
far my favorite
поверхности уже
iteration
можно
of
немножко
Luke as well.
сохранять свою
I
инерцию.
absolutely love Jean's costume design, her motives, everything. I love her so much.
Yeah, John's great.
Okay, we're moving into the fight with Jubileus. Kilgore on my feet. I'm doing a lock-on backwards kick, which launches a rocket weave up to Jubileus' face, all the way up there.
Да, мы
We're
можем
able to get consistent
непосредственно
damage down on this
стрелять
boss
в
because of
лицо
that.
ему
Using Panther
ракетницами.
form, getting uppercuts.
Это
There we go.
просаживает
That is
босса
phase
хп.
1.
Нам нужно еще,
Jubileus.
так сказать, волосы ему поломать.
She controls elements, so here we are on the fire phase. We're gonna hit 4 hair tendrils. Wait for that fire geyser. Come over here, lock onto that one.
Ninja
punch, kick,
Blade
punch
это та, которая
from
от
far
фромов,
away,
не
Shuraba
надо.
in hand. The sword is the best weapon in the game, I swear.
Не надо. И фаза за
Weapon swap on that
фазой.
uppercut. Kilgore time. Look at our magic in the top left. That's
Сейчас
actually really helpful because we will be
очень
using
смешное
a
комбо
Tetsuzanko
делаем
here.
при
Those 4
помощи
bars.
базуки.
4 little beads.
Beads, yeah.
Сразу же нас
Ice
кидает
phase.
на
You
next
can
фазу.
die if you get hit by anything here. It's really scary. Safety and vulnerability right here. Lock onto that. Tetsuzanko,
Так, мы
'cause
тут
that
неуязвимость
magic
включили, леденец
fall, and that
сожрали.
deals damage to the
Потому
last
что нас
one.
тут вообще все может убить в этой фазе. Так как хп у босса кот наплакал, он сразу next фазу врубает.
I'm doing a weapon swap during that uppercut there too. So I don't have to waste time on that animation right here.
All right.
We have the last of the elemental phases.
Yeah.
Thunder, lightning, wind.
Sometimes I call it storm phase for fun because it's kind of like wind and lightning together.
So see with my uppercuts, because I'm in serious mode, which launches a wicked weave
Так.
every time I attacks, I get to
Используем
autonomously
апперкоты
launch that
против
wicked weave and just go somewhere else.
этих волос,
I know that that uppercut
этого
will finish the
босса.
animation. I lock on right there with the Tetsuzanko to finish that last one.
И
We're getting
последнего
up to the
добиваем
end of this boss
Тетузанка
fight
атакой.
very, very soon. And here comes the RNG.
Yeah, the next phase is going to be interesting.
Yeah, completely random what attack she does. We're hoping she doesn't do a black hole punch, so we can't really do meaningful damage there. Get to her face faster.
Стреляем
I'm so
опять же в
lucky.
лицо.
Nice, very good.
During this attack where she's trying to punch me, I get to keep hitting her for free. Run to her face. More uppercuts.
Такое вот смешное комбо, которое
Frisbee's a pretty good one.
атакует, по
After
сути,
2 piece
вверх, но
frisbees,
вверху наш
make
босс.
sure it doesn't fall and hit me in the head. I got me.
Ой.
That's okay. We turn into little
Словил,
John, and she has her cute
так
little
сказать,
kitty
раннер.
Charles. Alright, I get witch time right here.
Галактики, которые в него кидали.
That's okay.
Немножко неприятно.
Thank you, Kilgore on feet. Black hole punch.
Yeah. It was treating you so nicely, it had to be a little mean.
That's okay.
Так,
Understand
куда
about
ты?
that.
Немножко затянула его гравитация.
She keeps changing her orientation, which... Alright, beautiful.
It actually was a favorable orientation change, but it can always
Yeah.
be weird.
It'll do a mid-uppercut. It's like an upward uppercut, but like a kick. Alright, activate Invulnerability Lollipop. I'll give you a good view of what's actually
На
happening.
всякий случай
You see the
неуязвимость
kick leaves
включили.
from Kilgore
И,
on
в
feet.
принципе, нам не
Hitting
нужно там
Jubileus.
карабкаться.
We're reaching the end of the fight here, but not the end of the run. We still
Нам
have quite a
проще
bit of
этот
time.
файт просто ракетами закидать.
Climax. So, here we are. What can you kill Jubileus with?
Well, it's
The deity of the Lumen? Jean and Bayonetta use their hair as a conduit to summon the Queen of the Underworld,
yes.
Queen Sheba in all her glory.
Very cinematic. Heck yeah. And we give her a good whack.
All of her grace and glory.
Infiniton, limit exceeded. Big
Очень
bonus.
быстро
So she's going to punch
намешивал
Jubileus'
раннер,
soul out of the statue that she's animating right there.
так сказать, с
And here we
контроллера
are at
и
the
с клавиатуры
end
одновременно.
of the Milky Way.
Просто превысил лимит.
We are
Не самая
launching her
сложная
soul
КТЕ в игре
into the
далеко.
sun.
И
Also, fun
нам
fact
нужно
here,
его
if
прямо
you
в солнце
have an
отправить.
invulnerability item, you can activate it and phase through the planets. Don't know why, but
Тут, кстати,
if you hit any of
можно...
these planets, it's a game over and you have to restart from the beginning of the sequence right here.
Yeah, it is very important that you don't hit any of these planets.
Another fun fact, you can actually use your mouse
Главное
to
нам сейчас
assist
ни
in
во
moving
что не
faster.
врезаться.
I'll demonstrate that right here.
Oh wow, that actually does make a considerable difference.
If you're struggling on the hardest difficulty in SIC, Non-Stop Infinite Climax, this is actually kind of helpful.
Good to know. The PC version, especially of all the different versions of Bayonetta, that the PC version is very superior. Also, because you do have like those kind of extra like computer options, like you can mash with with the keyboard and the controller, and do this other stuff. And it's just these small things that also make a quality of life obviously a lot greater.
As for the speedrun, we have really good accessibility options. We have what is called a load time remover. So if your computer's slower and takes longer to load, that isn't
И
calculated
босс
in your
готов.
speedrun time. We
Осталось
also-
только,
the
так
game
сказать,
actually speeds
развалить
up,
его
in
тело,
fact,
чтобы
to
оно не
63
раздавило землю.
FPS, meaning the game runs 5% faster if you leave it on for so long. So we have a frame limiter. So everyone is stuck at 60 FPS as accessible and fair as possible.
Yeah, no, it's a great system that we were able to come up with to make sure that everyone, even if they're not playing
Говорят,
on
все
like, the
раны
perfect
проходят
laptop,
на
the perfect
версии в
PC,
60
has
кадров.
a pretty good shot at having a fair shot at having good load and move times.
Yeah, and this game is really well optimized.
So
И
we've
осталось
beaten the
еще
main
два
boss, but
последних
time
файта,
is
чтобы
not quite yet.
игра
In the Bayonetta
закончилась.
series, there's usually a
Или
couple
3
verses
файта.
that continue on into the credits. So even though this is the credit, it actually is still part of the speedrun, funnily enough. You know, there is some
Так
gameplay
сказать,
elements
игра-то
in
еще не
there, so,
заканчивается.
we're gonna let,
В титрах
so time
происходит
is
несколько
certainly
боев.
coming up, but not quite yet. There's some verses we have to get
We'll
through
have
first.
3 fights. At the end of the 3rd fight, it'll be a large beloved. We kill him, then it is time. But during this time, the first 2 fights, we can't make them faster or slower. It doesn't speed anything up or slow anything down. I'm going to go ahead and give my shout-outs now.
Yeah.
Thank you once again, Gala Sereni. You are the reason why I'm here today. You're the reason why I have this hobby, speedrunning. Like I said, I was playing a casual playthrough of Bayonetta. I never thought about speedrunning. And then I was like, wait, I can
Первый файт
just
готов.
do this.
Yeah, for real. No, it's
And she was so helpful with all of her guides and resources that she created for new runners just as myself. I am trying my best to be as good as she is for the Bayonetta community.
You're doing great, man. Let me tell you.
Thank you. And then we also have someone who's just amazing. Ace Chrono, we've mentioned him.
Yeah.
He speedruns Bayonetta 1, 2, 3, world record holder in all those games in some capacity. He, like I said, he just
Нам даже
just
рейтинг
PB'd
показывают посреди
today. I was
титров.
watching this run this morning in
Чистая
bed as I
платина
was getting ready.
этого файта.
Like,
Yeah.
he is the Bayonetta GOAT.
Yeah.
He is why this run looks so cracked and optimized with the economy routing. Like, he's done
Второй
so
файт.
much. Just massive shout out to him.
Yeah. If you're running any of the Bayonetta games, you're not going to go far without hearing his name, for sure. He's a tour de force. It's hard for me to give all the shout outs to all the people, but there's been a lot of people who've come and gone throughout the Bayonetta community. But
И
I
остался
think,
последний.
there's like a lot of people. There's a variety pack. There's it's hard to shout out Reclaimer when he's here when I've been shouting his praises, but like Reclaimer came in and did a lot of stuff, and obviously Ace and others, and it's certainly a niche game, but I do think that the people who have come in have been able to do so much, and it really goes to show that even a small group of people can really push a game to its limits. So that's always very exciting.
Okay, here we have the last fight.
Вот он.
When I kill that beloved, it'll be time.
Yeah, time, get ready.
Okay, right here. As soon as it's health bar on the bottom right.
И это время.
Going, runs over.
And
Dead.
time.
Time.
Let's see, that's a 135-12 RTA. That is quite good.
That's a really good run.
GG.
Especially with the cutscenes as part of that.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
Хорошая
keep in
игра.
mind,
Вам
because
вообще
world
уйдет.
record is 129 load removed. Is that
Yeah,
right?
it's 129.19.
В принципе,
that's
рекомендую
load
даже
removed.
казуально
Yeah, and that's
пройти,
load removed,
попробовать,
so,
так
and this is
сказать,
with other cutscenes and other fun stuff.
всякие
So I would
различные
say this,
механики, поэкспериментировать с
certainly
ними.
is an amazing showcase
Обязательно
of what's
попробуйте
possible
выучить
in the
додж
Bayonetta
офсет,
If you are trying to learn the run, I played the
как
character John,
основная,
who's
так
different than
сказать,
Bayonetta, but
механика этой игры.
this run is actually a really good resource with all the commentary and everything. I'll skip
Yeah.
the song because it's DMCA. I'm so sorry. But
Yeah.
that'll be it for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
That
thank you so
is
much to GDQ.
Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Don't forget the AGDQ
Там дальше
bundle
включается
that
Fly Me
has
to the
Bayonetta
Moon,
as one of the
раннер
games.
по узну,
Included
потому что
raising
это
funds
жирные
benefiting the
DMCA.
Prevent Cancer Foundation.
Yeah.
That's why we're here today.
Check out this game. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity. I love Bayonetta so much. So I'm glad to be able to show this with you.
That was fantastic, Reclaimer. Thank you so much. And Cap, thank you to you for showing that off. That was so great.